What's going on, YouTube? We back in here with another one. We got us another live stream going on. We're gonna slide through some topics. So first and foremost, I'm the host, JayBReacts. I have a second channel. Nothing is on it just yet, but it's gonna be like a lifestyle and vlog channel. So if y'all want to sub to that channel, feel free to. I'm going to introduce my co-host. Let her be great. I'm gonna go ahead and let her introduce herself.
What's up, everybody? For y'all who don't know me, I did come in a little late last weekend. I was on Color Folks time, had a little few technical difficulties, but we in here now. We ready to go. My name is Ashley. Social media know me as Let Her Be Great. I just want to say thank all y'all for taking time out y'all evening, to show love. We gonna keep it respectful. We just here to give our opinions respectfully. And I'm just ready to turn up, ruffle a few little feathers.
So first and foremost, how was y'all week, man? How was y'all week?
I'm still
Long.
See your mic. There you go.
Do you want to tell your story? What happened yesterday about your food?
You talking about me, bro? No, we're not about to do that.
Oh, I had another food story with let her be great.
Oh shit!
Dang, boy. Ooh,
Exposing.
you know what?
What's up?
I sense a little
Exposed.
hatery.
What you
It's a little
mean?
hateration in his dancery. I don't know
I
why you
feel
got
like
to bring that up. That was a
I,
blessing,
I, I feel like we might need to talk about it, but it's up to you.
I don't feel the same way. I feel like we should hear about how your day went.
That simp pizza. The simp pizza.
Pizza.
You mad because you ain't got
We
a
can
simp. You ain't
we
got a
can
simp to buy you
What
some
the
happened?
pizza.
simp
That's
the
all.
simp. You don't want to talk about the simp pizza?
Man, I was in Pizza Hut, y'all, on the phone with this fool, and he's just so happened to hit a man in the background talking about, well, shoot, I pay for her food too. He's talking about, no, it ain't. I know that ain't somebody that say they'll pay for your food. I said, yup, and I ain't even had to shake no ass for it either. I got it
Yo,
for free.
it's
He's probably like,
that's
hey,
why I
just by
say
seeing that ass right there, it's sold.
And
It's
actually, I
it's
was sitting in
sold.
the
It's
chair
sold,
because
girl.
he definitely
Okay, gotta do the
did.
city.
I'll
I
buy
was
anything you
in my
need,
work
girl.
clothes.
it's usually always gonna be the guys still though. That's why I say, man, it's always still gonna fall back on the guys also on some of the
He just
simpery.
mad, y'all. He ain't
Hey, but
got
here's
no
the question though.
simp
It
You
is
send
what
out
it
money.
that? You
is.
send that number?
No, he ain't got no
Oh,
teeth. He ain't got no
Oh,
teeth.
damn.
oh,
Mm-mm.
damn! Like, give me that pizza, man.
Damn.
Quit
Yeah, no,
playing.
he ain't had no
Grandpa
teeth.
can't get no
I
Bet.
bread.
can't do it. I can't do it.
You
What's
get
going on,
shit.
I
Milo?
can't do it.
Man, what's going on? How y'all doing, man?
All right,
Not too bad, brother. Not too bad.
What's up, Mike?
all right. So
So,
What's going
we
on?
got a special guest also, man. We got Maul from North, man. Pop the balloon. I interviewed him. How long it's been now?
Bro, it's been since I think like November.
About November, man. Yeah, I interviewed him like after the
Yeah,
Pop the
it's been
Balloon. I
like
did a
November.
reaction. Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
dope, man. It was pretty cool. Pretty
Real
cool.
cool,
Yeah, nice
real
to meet
cool.
you, bro. Nice to meet you,
Nice to
man.
meet you too, Mike.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, all right. So, man, we're gonna go ahead and roll into some of these topics. Y'all already know it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on throughout this week, and we at the end of the week right now. So we're gonna go ahead and dive through some of the more trending ones. Right now, I want to start off with something light right now, but I'm just wondering why you got all these women getting raised up at these concerts, and I don't know if all of them are in relationships, if they single or not. But Usher out here raising up a lot of these aunties, grannies,
Usher
wives.
don't
I
give a
don't know.
damn.
He
We got
don't
some
care.
divorce out here, man.
don't.
Shit.
Usher doing his thing though. But I'm gonna go ahead
Usher
and play the
breaking up
clip.
homes, friendships, every damn thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip.
Families.
Let y'all listen to it, and then we're gonna get y'all thoughts afterwards.
So I first saw this on X. Somebody shared the video and said the description of the video was that like this woman, her husband divorced her because of her connection with Usher and everything else. So that's just completely not true.
That is
just to get that out there because a lot of people are seeing this video in that context.
Completely false. I am single. I am a retired homeschool mom looking to expand the arts here and across the pond. I am single. You got a cherry? Give me a jingle. Who knows? She's got cherry. Wearing
All right,
Oh
This
so
shit.
nigga.
Oh shit.
we only got Ashley and Z on here. Y'all go ahead and open up, all right?
Hey, this goes for Auntie right here.
Shut
Go
up.
ahead,
Single.
open
If
up, get these
Shut
cherries,
up.
right?
Where the
Got
fuck
you.
you came from with that red robe? This nigga did a
Bro,
whole
Hey,
wardrobe
shit.
change in
I had to,
60
I had to get
seconds.
into my, I had to get into my Usher vibe. You feel
I'm
me?
What
telling
the
you,
I
them
had to get into
hell?
my
Tell
cherries.
him,
Usher
Jay. Tell him
vibe,
what it
man.
is. Tell him what it
Come
is.
on now, who gonna go ahead and get the cherry now? Ashley Z,
Man,
what's up?
I'm telling you,
get
them
the
cherries.
Z,
What
get the Z shit.
what
Usher
y'all
Z
Z,
think
got to
about
give
Usher
me
that?
a
Z
hug
next.
shirt
Come
on.
on,
Z
Z.
ready. Z got to give me a hug shirt.
Go ahead and get some of the
I'm ready.
cherry
I'm ready.
juice.
I'm ready. Come on, big bro.
Give me a
There we
hug
go,
shirt.
there we
Give
go.
me a
Go
hug
ahead.
shirt.
If them
What y'all think
cherries,
about that?
if
What
them
y'all think
cherries
about
could
that,
talk,
man?
man, them
Auntie on
cherries.
one. Auntie was on one. I fuck,
Man, I
I
think
fuck with it though. Auntie was ready to fold that shit up like a paper check, boy. She
I,
wasn't playing no games.
I
hey,
feel like
Right,
Auntie,
Russia. I feel like
Auntie.
Russia riz up anybody. He could have riz up
Oh
fact.
somebody
yeah.
better looking.
For
But
sure.
Hey,
but
I would
Now,
just say, Jay, give me some of them cherries, man. I'm gonna rinse up Auntie. Where you at, Auntie? Where you at? You look at me like
uh,
that. Where you at?
And she
Auntie,
said she's
y'all,
single.
Oh,
y'all,
hey, you
now,
single?
what came out at first was that they said that she was actually married. That came out
Right.
early on that she was married, and they said her husband was going to divorce her. But it came out later on that they found out that she wasn't married. But let's say she was married.
Yeah.
I heard she was a church lady. That's what I heard. But like the comments, they be like, they'll put their spin on certain stuff. They say she was a church lady,
Yeah.
married, this, that,
You
and the
think
third.
you think it's somewhat disrespectful? Let's say you are in a relationship and you out here at concerts, kind of getting cherries put in
Oh
your mouth.
yeah, that's respectful. That's another man. That ain't the husband. You
No,
know.
it's
I feel like
okay
that's
to
a
not marry.
conversation. That's a conversation. Like if they would, how some people have their celebrity crushes and they be like, "Oh, if I ever did so and so, you gonna have to let me do this." That is real conversations people have with their
Exactly.
couple. And if she was that obsessed over Usher and her husband or whoever knew about it, I don't think they would have tripped because obviously she had to tell somebody she obsessed with that
What
man like
what
that.
Answer
Nope.
this. Answer this. You think she would have did anything after that if Usher would have been like, "Come on, go up here"?
Absolutely. Auntie look like she got a
Probably.
waterbed. She look like
is
she
that
got a
He
okay?
look
waterbed.
hungry.
Yeah,
He look
that ain't
hungry.
that,
It's Usher.
that's
Bro was
not a
ready.
good thing then. That she for the streets then if she gonna do that. She
No,
gonna let
that's like
Usher
you
take her.
Oh
saying
Lord.
What's
you wouldn't
good?
do
What's
that to the
good?
What's
What's
going
celebrity.
good?
What's
on?
up,
What's going
y'all?
on,
We
What's
Art?
got
up?
Chilling,
We got
right?
Ryan in the chat. This my
Right.
homegirl
What's
Ryan.
good with you? How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We good. We
Good,
good.
good.
Hello,
Bro.
hello,
That's good.
hello.
That's good.
Enjoying
Hey,
life.
y'all. Hey, y'all.
Yeah. Tell her what we was
So
talking about.
Yeah,
What we
yeah.
was on.
yeah.
Catch her up.
So we basically Usher, man, he out here rizzing a lot of, aunties and milfs and gilfs and just the whole nine out there. And we just trying to figure out, is it disrespectful for a woman to get rizzed up by a celebrity at a concert? Is it respectful or disrespectful if she in a relationship? Because what the report that came out was that she was in a relationship and her husband was about to leave her. Now there's been other situations before where dude went to a concert with his girl. She went up on stage with the artist. Dude grinding all up on her, and then he basically going home alone because he's so embarrassed. Now, is it embarrassing for the guy? I know y'all know about that situation that happened.
Yeah, I
It's
heard
Yeah.
that. I heard that. I
yeah,
heard that.
yeah.
Is it embarrassing for the guy at that point if the chick want to crash out on the celebrity?
But is he leaving just for that night and she calling back and she coming back home or is he done with her for good, in that
Exactly.
situation?
It's definitely always. I feel like to a certain extent.
hmm hmm
Just
That's
just don't ever
that's
go
what
too
Ashley
far.
was
Yeah,
saying.
like I said,
That's
have a
what Ashley was
conversation
saying.
with your spouse
So,
first. Like if y'all
Hmm.
discuss that and they
Boundaries.
agree that that's okay, then shit, turn up, be your big
do
one.
y'all
Right.
think the cherry's
I,
susceptible? If you went ahead, Usher's right in front of you, putting them
Now if
cherries
they
on
pull
you.
out fruits and
yeah,
shit, now you ain't say nothing about
The banana.
walking
What if he
over
go?
with your
What if he
Yeah,
tongue
got a
yeah.
hanging
banana?
out now.
What if he
Nah,
got a
y'all
Yeah.
running
banana?
out with the
They got the whole
banana.
kit. They
Y'all
got the
running
whole
out with
damn
the
kit.
banana.
And that nigga be like, damn, I didn't even know you could do that. What the
That
fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah.
but if you look at the look in her eyes
oh
when she
man,
was looking at Usher, I'm gonna be honest, bro.
demon.
This woman probably has never looked at a guy like that. A regular dude probably has never gotten those eyes, but Usher got them eyes in an instant.
A
But
heartbeat.
She
it's
had them
Yep.
demon eyes,
Usher.
man. But
It's
okay,
Usher.
okay.
But
That's like
Usher
y'all
was
saying
her
Yo,
like
sharp.
generation too, though. Like Usher was somebody that they literally idolized, like from a child. Usher even said that he went through so much with female people and females in the industry. Period. That was older than him. So
Yeah.
that's like common for them.
So
Usher used to
so
be in the room with Diddy and them too.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
See what I
Mm.
mean, man? Listen,
Well,
a lot
we
of them
not
guys
talking
in the
about
street,
there
Diddy.
you go.
You know
Hey,
a
what's
keep me
lot of
out
them
of
guys,
here.
a
Kevin
lot of
Hart
them guys in the
Kevin Hart
industry
was
went to
getting ready to
Diddy
expose him
parties.
in that one video I seen.
So vice versa, if y'all
Yeah.
was at a concert and it was the female that y'all like, would y'all do the same thing?
It's not the
No,
same. It's not the
How is it
same.
not the same? How is it not the same?
If I'm on stage, if Jennifer Lopez, let me just say J Lo in her prime, you know what I'm saying? Even J Lo now, if she bring me up on stage and she start bouncing that thing up on me, there is a high chance that I will never be in that situation again.
yeah.
But
I
you
will
would
never
do
be in
it
that
though.
situation
Oh,
again.
You
that's
gotta
For sure, it's not the same.
super double
No,
It's
standard. You
different.
can't do that.
that's
No,
double
it's
think about
standard.
not.
It
No, it's
is what
think
it
not.
about
is.
when Destiny
It's
Child
double
did it.
standards.
Destiny Child did it years ago when they brought Magic Johnson on stage, Terrence Howard. You know when they danced for them, when they gave them like little lap dances and stuff. That
But
time it was
but
years
it's
back.
but it's different for the guy because most guys don't get situations like that. You know what I'm saying? But for a girl, she always getting
No, it's
attention.
not. No, it's
No,
Every
not.
Oh,
no.
So you telling me y'all don't get attention just unwanted just all the time?
So
Boy, he
do
Be
on his
honest.
Simp
men.
yeah. I
Pizza
don't think it should
situation
change the
real bad though. I
situation.
feel
It
like that's
wouldn't.
what
Mo-
you're referring to when you asked that.
Ashley, you just got a simp pizza bought for you yesterday.
But I'm just saying,
I
I ain't had to do
wish.
nothing to get it. I ain't
We
That's
had to
what
do
talking
I'm
nothing
about
to get
Jennifer
saying.
it.
Lopez offering you some cherries. That's what we
I'm
talking about.
Yeah, I'm
Boy,
eating them cherries on stage.
Eating
he
five
probably
of
ain't
them.
even
He
know
gonna eat
his tongue
five
could
of them.
extend that long if she
Eat
did that
five of
shit.
them.
Oh
But no,
shoot.
Z, you make a good point though, because like I said, if it was on the reverse side, the guys, it's the woman shouldn't get mad at the guy opposed to the guy getting mad at the girl. It's just very different. It's
Yeah.
different. It's double
Who said
standards
the
out there.
woman would get mad at the man?
It just
We
depends on.
literally
It
said it
depends on the
depends on your
female.
relationship.
No,
Yep.
I'm saying, but most dudes gonna have a problem with it though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, cause you got certain ladies that be like, this your dream. You always wanted
Better
to do
pick
it.
the
Go
dude
ahead.
that don't.
Yeah,
Exactly. We both can
yeah,
go get some cherry shit.
yeah,
Shoot.
yeah.
Why
Usher
not?
was Usher
Hell
was gonna
no.
take Auntie
No
down.
cherry
Auntie was
smoke.
going down.
That's what I'm saying. But most likely you have more stories of guys being upset about they think about it. You at the concert, you sitting there in the crowd, Usher come out, doggone mink coat on, pull your girl up on stage and pull out a whole jar full of cherry and feed them all to her, and her eyes just
Oh
black
my
out
God.
completely.
Oh
Like
God.
Yeah.
that.
Is that
Come on,
saying true?
hold on. And you in the crowd like this. You
Looking
looking up at
dumb.
Usher like,
Looking
You
dumb.
know, it's
I
you
sitting
crazy.
sitting
there
there
like,
looking
look
at
at my
hey,
baby. Look at
It's
hey,
her.
hey,
over
you
with.
in you in the crowd looking up like,
It's over with.
Damn.
And they
My
put the
hey,
camera on you.
my
what's
my
up,
thing,
Ma?
listen, my thing is though, like if I was in a situation like that and my girl would have just go ahead and allow him to, do whatever he wants to her, I'm just getting up and leaving. I ain't about to sit there and watch.
Yeah.
That tell me everything I need to know about her. Like,
See, exactly. That's what most
Usher.
guys. It don't matter, celebrity or not. It's still a guy, though. I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
still
you
a
feel
guy,
like in your
man.
mind. I know in your mind you feel like, yo, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. But it's still gonna be a guy at the end of the day, and y'all get attention from hundreds of guys. Z, you know you do
Not me.
too.
No, I
Stop
don't.
playing.
No, we not about to
Plus
start that. No, we not. Chill out. Don't
plus
you say
keep in
it.
Man,
mind,
any guy,
guys.
them guys gonna be on girls. It don't matter what's going on. If they see them, they look good.
That's
What's
true.
happening? They gonna shoot their
Right,
shot. You
right,
know.
That's
right,
Yeah,
true.
right,
guys are
right,
Yeah.
guys.
right. How
And
much attention you get, Rye?
She know
How much
a
attention
bunch.
you get?
oh
Now
shit.
be
I'm
honest.
not
She
gonna
thinking.
lie. At work, that's where I get it.
Yeah,
I don't
but
get
that's
it
a
anywhere
jungle.
else
It's a
but there
jungle.
for
It's
real.
a jungle at work.
That's
It don't
exactly what
It's
it
a
is.
matter.
I'm
jungle
not gonna
at
lie
work.
to you.
So in
People be
public,
having
your
work
girl.
wives, work husbands, everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I had two
Today's
everybody.
people buy
society,
me
yeah.
food back to back the same day for no reason.
And
for
you ain't
no
saying
reason.
no in it.
I ain't knew who
You
they
ain't turning
was.
down that
I
food.
never seen them before.
Look at
You
Jay. Look at
turning
Jay. He about to have a
Never
fit.
seen
He
them
about to
before.
have a
uh,
fit.
No, y'all
I'm
don't
just
see.
saying.
Y'all don't understand.
It
I
is
don't hate
true.
on the. I'm not mad at the fact that y'all get attention. It's just biology. I understand it. I think that's what a lot of people just need to understand what's gonna happen. When it comes down to women getting more attention than men, y'all born with more value. That's why y'all have like certain decisions that y'all have to make. That's a little bit more strict. The guys got to make certain decisions too, but y'all get y'all value up front. Most of the time, guys, we have to go out there, build, create, become something, do something. We got to stand out
right.
usually most of the time,
You
you
gotta have
know.
that finesse.
And guess what?
You gotta come with
The
finesse too
the
though.
the young
Hmm.
guy, the young guys who normally just stand out naturally, it's still a hierarchy between men. There gonna be some guys that's just naturally gonna stand out outside of the other guy. It is what it
Right.
is. I can't be mad at it.
Mhm.
That dude might be taller. He might jump out the gym. It is what it is.
But it's
Hmm.
only one Usher.
See, but
Mhm.
let me
You
say
still on
this.
that?
Usher is a person that nobody knows personally. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
the
y'all
fact,
know.
and
Open
the
your
fact,
goddamn
and the
mouth.
fact,
Open your
yeah,
goddamn
hey,
mouth right now.
you
You
gonna
know
let
what? I ain't got
no
time
man
for
do
that.
that? It's crazy. You know,
Man, Usher,
like,
it's just like that's just like just because is the saying true? Talking to woman out her panties. I mean, singing a woman out her panties. Is that true? Is that saying true?
for Auntie, yeah.
Not for the regular guy.
No,
Yeah,
Not
for
not
me.
for
aunties maybe. Yeah, for the
mm-mm,
aunties maybe,
mm-mm.
not for me.
I feel like
Not.
now they might could laugh a female out of her pet. Like a nigga that's funny probably would get ass quicker than a nigga that could sing.
Yeah,
It just.
I
Yeah,
I
for
just
agree.
think
sure.
it's.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you gotta have personality the whole nine. But like I said,
Yeah.
see, once you get on the level of like a Usher, he could do all the goofy things that see girls gonna get him a pass, all the goofy shit he do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different. But like a regular dude, it's not gonna be the
But
same.
but yeah, you got to
I
Unless
think
the
don't
girl
know,
really
cause
Usher
like you.
come with a
even when it
lifestyle
came
though.
out that he had herpes, like
That's
everybody
Huh?
wasn't really
Oh
that's
yeah.
what I was
tripping
saying.
about that.
And it's
Like
Yeah,
still
no,
risk.
it was
nobody
like, oh, that's
cared.
Usher. That's
That's
Hold
what
Usher.
I'm
on.
The
saying. A
fuck?
lot of
Hold
Like
on.
people.
it
Everybody
was
Yeah,
like,
Right.
they don't care.
I
It
don't
is. It
know.
still
Yeah,
is
they
what it
say that
is.
shit. It's okay. No,
they
Cause
don't
I
it's
don't
the
care.
know.
lifestyle.
Nah.
Like
Talk that
That's
shit.
like when
It's true.
Beyonce, not Beyonce,
Hold
when
on.
Michelle picked when Michelle picked Magic Johnson to do that lap dance on, everybody was in the crowd like, I don't know about that one.
yeah.
Bruh, if
Man,
you got if you go ahead, Mike, you want to say something?
it's just that lifestyle of a famous person. Like it's gonna be way above average than the average guy. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
Usher.
Mm-hmm.
So when you leave with Usher, if he like you, you might just get a free bag, a free trip. You might get, just a free car. You just never know what come with that.
yeah.
Depending
Mm-hmm.
on what
So
level.
ultimately,
Like,
do y'all feel like that was disrespectful or not disrespectful?
I mean, she said she was single.
She's
So
single.
how would that
Now
be?
she,
Yeah.
How would that be
Yeah, she's
Let,
disrespectful?
let,
single.
let,
Alright.
let's say she was married because the premise of the whole story that came out, they said that she was married. Let's say she was a married person.
for 20
That,
years, married
that's not okay.
for her husband for
No.
20 years.
But how
Usher
we
probably
supposed to
like,
know
dang,
what they talked about? Like, how we supposed to know
Right.
if he even said he cared? Like, I don't
What
think
you
that
mean?
would matter. Like, you're asking, like, would that be
Uh,
disrespectful? How would we know if that's disrespectful if we don't know their conversations that they've had? Like,
I'm no, I'm going
it's
off of the
just a
report.
question.
I'm going off of the
Yeah.
report that came out first. See,
Yeah.
I found out what happened afterwards, but I'm talking the report that came out first was that her husband was going to divorce her. If her husband was going to want to divorce his woman after getting embarrassed like that, what is the consensus?
And what percentage of
oh,
people y'all think gon' like divorce or just be mad? Because it's like if you done
well,
been with your wife,
obviously he'll feel disrespected enough to do that.
that you done been with your wife
But
20 years, you gonna just cut her off after 20 years because she had, she encountered, she got with Usher, like on some
wouldn't
just
your pride be
this
hurt,
is a
Mike?
Yeah, be honest, Mike. No, be honest. I want to
yeah,
know, Mike Lowe.
yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely.
Mike
But
be up there.
at the same time,
Mm.
it's like this is a one in a
Cherries.
lifetime thing, like you said, Jay. And
Hmm.
this is a stage performance. How you know all of us just you with your girl and Usher just walk around and he just turn around and look right at your girl. Some girls really be like, oh no, go to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think Coco
they
Jones
don't
had
even.
bucked on dancing with him.
Yeah,
It's some
yeah,
women who
girls be
did buck on
bucking. People
having
buck.
a dance with him at the concert. Like
Yeah,
he'll grab
people
their
buck.
hand, and if they what they do, they'll kind of like ease back.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I think that's how
yeah,
it should be. I think
yeah.
that's how it should be. Yeah.
But you got
if
If you with
they're
a
with
guy,
somebody, if
if you
they're
with
with
a guy,
somebody.
if you with somebody, if you single, do what you want. But if you with somebody, I don't think you should just go up there and just be like, oh, cherries out, mouth open. Nah, I don't agree with that,
I'm gonna
bro.
be wide open.
Like
because
Damn.
I see what
Damn.
you're saying. I see what you're saying though. I see what you're saying though, Jay. But I
Be
also like
careful, Z. They about to eat you up
Hold
in the
on.
comments.
Hold on. No. She good. Go ahead, Mal.
no, I was just saying like Jay. I see what you're saying because I agree with you too. But I also agree with let her be great as well too because at the same time you don't know what type of conversations they having behind closed doors. Like because the
Yeah.
guy may be open to that. He may be open to seeing his woman lusting after another man. That may be his fetus or something like. So at
I
the
say,
Yeah.
yeah,
same,
you just
Yeah.
never
yeah,
know.
you
People
understand?
have,
Like you just
So
like
he's
from the
like,
outside looking in.
yeah.
Like I know I couldn't put up with that though. But some guys they get a thrill off seeing a woman getting lusted
That's
after and
Mm.
yeah.
getting just
you go.
No, I get
by
what you're
another
saying on
dude
that.
stuff
On the
like that,
guys,
bro.
on the guys who agree with it, for
Yeah,
sure, they okay with it. But for the ones out there who are getting embarrassed and
yeah,
disrespected and they
But
crying on like videos or whatnot, or they
yeah,
lonely, people
yeah,
making fun of them.
Hmm.
For those guys,
yeah,
it's not gonna be an agreeable moment between him and his
right.
girl. You
But
know,
would
it's
you
really gonna
file
be
for
disrespect.
divorce though? Like, would you file for divorce? Like, you done been with your wife 15, 20 years. Like, would you go file for divorce? Like, just
I
it's over
Nah.
with.
I
I would
definitely
hope.
would.
I
I would
think
definitely
that's
would just because I'm
Over
tired of
some
her ass.
cherry?
15 years. I'm tired.
Let's ask
Move
Jay.
on.
Jay, how, what
I'm
would
ready to
you
move
do
on with my
since you
life.
married?
Me?
no.
I'm a,
Let
I'm
me
gonna be
see.
honest. Like I don't think I would even be in that situation because I would shut it down before it even happened. That
Right.
concert shit, it would be shut down before it even happened. If we are going to a concert, I'm gonna be there, you know, and it wouldn't go down. So I don't even put myself in that situation. But I'll tell you this though, if weird shit started happening, she she probably wouldn't like the repercussions. I'm gonna say that. I'm just
Okay,
gonna be
so what?
honest.
Oh, listen,
She wouldn't
listen.
But
like
would
the.
you go? Would you go to divorce,
What
or
would
would
she
you go
Yeah,
to?
yeah.
Oh, we
If
gotta
you
talk
going
about
to
this shit.
divorce,
No, we going to the car. We gonna talk about this
no,
shit.
I'm saying is you going to the is you going to divorce her. You know what I'm saying? Like we understand
Yeah,
it. Like this is really a once in a lifetime thing. Not even saying it's gonna really
Mm.
happen.
it don't
We
matter
just
though. Just
talking. We
even
just
though just
talking.
because it's Usher pissed just like I piss.
Yeah, yeah,
Usher
definitely,
shit just like
definitely.
I
Yeah,
shit. Just
yeah.
because
He
he
the
got
same.
money,
Yeah,
he's still a guy at the same time. And usually that stuff that happen on the
Yep.
internet, that shit don't disappear. That shit
Right.
don't
that
go
shit gonna be
nowhere.
forever.
Your girl is constantly up there online, soul gone, cherries in her mouth.
Right.
I
And
mean,
I
Right.
and
y'all
I'm
knew
not
So
even
y'all was
right there on the
going to
so
an
side.
Usher
Just
concert before you went.
but at that
Exactly.
point, but guess what though? That's why like usually when it come down to like the females, with great power come great responsibility. And y'all don't understand that, controlling that sexuality to say that I'm gonna stand by my guy and be respectful to my guy. I'm gonna do that because I got that type of power. Y'all don't really realize y'all power a lot of the time because y'all can empower y'all guy by doing stuff like that. You
Mhm.
stand by him. You say, you know what? I'm not gonna disrespect him. I'm gonna respect my guy to the highest degree. That man gonna crash out and give you the world most of the time.
You
Mm.
come
Right.
through the door.
I
but if
mean,
You
he's
I
come.
feel like
okay
it's
with
as
it, I
simple as
mean, it's a
talking
different
about
story.
it.
I
It's as
agree with
simple
It's
you,
as
Rye.
talking about
It
it.
could. It could be
Because at
all
the
a
end of the day,
setup.
we will never know how you really and truly feel. We can only assume and take our
Yeah,
best guess. We
I
can
agree
only
with
talk
that.
about it.
It
I
could
agree
it
with
could
that.
be a play too though. It could be just a whole set. Them ladies could be already picked just on that type. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you think Usher doing it just to have another man, like, damn, you
Well,
just gonna
Usher,
do this to my
check this
wife?
out. Usher putting on the show. I
All I'm
guarantee
saying.
you, if that lady would have kissed Usher in the mouth, he want to press charges after that.
Remember he
He was
already
like,
said, oh,
"Damn, this lady ate a hot dog, man. I taste jalapenos and shit.
Oh shit.
Because he do
I
it
can't
every
believe
show,
she
right?
put her tongue down my throat. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm
She kissed me in
disgusted.
the
Man,
mouth.
that's
Yeah.
funny, bro.
Yeah, they be
Disgusting."
disgusted. You know what I'm
He
saying?
would have
Because
he
it's
would
like,
have
like
been
you say,
pissed off because
it's an act.
you could
It's an
tell when
act.
So
Usher was
all
in there.
y'all saying if y'all was married, y'all would divorce y'all woman for dancing with Usher like that?
Oh,
If
oh
she
I
It would
went
be
wouldn't.
straight divorce.
if
man, you
she
And
know.
went
Z,
that
you
far,
wouldn't?
Like
Nope.
if she ain't say
Bring that shit
no,
home, baby. Let's
Well, Z,
try
you
it
got on a free
again.
hug shirt. We already know you down for
man,
whatever.
don't
You with
listen
the
to what
shit.
Z saying over there, man. Z with the shit. Z on demon time. Z on demon time.
I
My
Paris, would you go straight to divorce?
Wait, who?
You
Oh
Paris and
shit, me.
Rain,
Oh
baby.
shit, my bad, guys. Sorry, my bad. I forgot my name. My fault, guys.
oh man.
No, low key for me, if she knows how I feel, and I wouldn't want if she knows I don't want another man touching her or doing any type of affection that's not me. If I ain't feeding them cherries, I have to go for divorce. You're disrespecting me,
Hey,
and
what's
Ain't
gonna
you
even
doing it
be
mad
on
at it.
live TV as
what's
Ain't
gonna
well.
be on
mad
your
at it.
divorce? What's gonna be on divorce when you write it up? You know, I'd be like reason for divorce.
Man, I take that as cheating,
I'm gonna
man.
just I'm gonna just try him
Usher,
to
Usher fed my
Cheating.
girl cherries.
Infidelity is
man,
crazy.
Whoa.
man, that's
Usher,
cheating. She's cheating on
Infidelity
me
is
with another
crazy.
That's
man.
crazy.
He's
Usher
she's
fed my
eating she's
girl
eating
Cheating.
another
cherries.
man's cherries. What is
Usher,
that?
That sounds like your feelings just hurt.
She's eating
Usher
You're
another
fed
man's
my girl
thinking.
cherries.
cherries.
You
You
know?
gonna divorce her for that, man?
Yeah, man.
And
So you
that's
I
So,
got
really
choice.
Usher?
You
hey,
need to
Sorry.
snatch
I
the
Yeah,
got
cherries
choice.
from out his hand.
The judge be like, you sure
Usher,
Usher?
yeah. You
Usher?
said Usher.
Usher,
Be
or
Usher?
The
another man that's
judge,
had
yeah,
money.
Raymond
Shoot.
Raymond versus Raymond? Be Usher?
look,
Yeah.
yeah. The judge
look, the
would have
judge
took
gonna be
the.
like, damn, when
I would
he
have
had
took
this
the cherries.
concert.
The judge
Usher
said he
like,
would have
what
took
what
the
concert was
cherries.
that? Hey, for real, the
She
judge
gonna be
gonna be
like, damn, I missed it. What the
I would have took
all
those
right, man.
cherries.
All right,
fuck? Look,
so
denied.
we're gonna go ahead and leave it where it's at, y'all. Basically, speak with your spouse. If if y'all gotta understand that it is what it is, y'all can get as freaky and live as y'all want to. That's y'all relationship. But we're gonna go ahead and dive into the next topic. I know y'all probably heard about this story, this whole situation with the Carmelo Anthony situation. Him stabbing the other student, which is a Caucasian male. He's a twin. We're gonna go ahead and dive into that right now.
Multiple witnesses reported that Austin Met have told the suspect, Karmelo Anthony, that he would need to move out from under his team's tent, considering Anthony is a student at Centennial High School. But he was sitting under Memorial High School's tent. And after telling him this, Anthony opened his bag, reached inside and said, "Touch me and see what happens." BCAF reportedly then touched Anthony, and Anthony then said, "Punch me and see what happens." Soon after, Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, at which point Anthony pulled out the weapon and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest before running away. And after officers caught up with Anthony, he immediately told them, "I was protecting myself," and that Metcalf put his hands on him. And while the officer was walking him to his car, he said he had the alleged suspect, to which Anthony responded, "I'm not alleged. I didn't." And while Anthony was in the cop's car, he asked if Metcalf was going to be okay. And then later, as if his actions could be considered self-defense entity, is currently being held in jail, and his bond has been set to $1 million. But rest in peace to Austin. Let me know what you guys think about this. And as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
I mean, that's a crazy situation. I remember it would kind of remind me of times in school, because I went to boarding school, so I used to be in the dorms with different guys and stuff like that. So I remember a lot of situations where guys would just maybe tease somebody or play with somebody. They would say, "Touch me, watch what happens. Touch me, watch what happens." You will never, and I wouldn't expect somebody to actually pull a knife out and start stabbing them. True. But it's unfortunate. But I can't, like, I feel like he has a case for it to say it's self-defense, because he kind of, like, I'm not gonna say he warned them, but he did say, like, "Touch me and watch what happens." And I guess the guy, what's his name, was testing him. He kept testing him, was touching him. Yeah. And he showed them what actually happened. So it's unfortunate it went down that extreme. But yeah, I seen situations like that back in school where guys just be, whether they playing or they could just be trying to bully somebody or testing them. It just went down that way. Unfortunately.
Why is the bond so high though? Why they be setting bonds to $1 million? Like it's just a regular, like,
because he black.
You know, yeah, I don't understand that. Why the
property.
but still, like, why still $1 million?
Also,
I don't understand.
I don't know if y'all know this, but they were able to raise $200,000 to.
I thought it was like
bail him out.
350, 370.
It might have gone up.
It
might have gone up.
Like last time I seen it. But wasn't the guy teasing the guy, like, prior to whatever happened? Like, been teasing him for a while.
From what it sounded like, yeah, he was. He was picking on him. But honestly, as we go further into this topic, I just want to say, if you are going through bullying, anyone out there, report it to somebody, a teacher, parents. Don't rely on a weapon to and then say to defend yourself. You took someone's life. You had a weapon in your pocket. You know
what I'm saying? Like, you had a knife on school property. Like, they still gonna try. They gonna look at that and make it so bad. Like, why did you have a weapon?
You gotta learn how to. Oh, let me get the rest of y'all thoughts before I start ranting.
Ryan, what you think?
Ryan?
I think that the boy kept messing with him. Maybe he got to a point to where he felt threatened. He wanted to maybe be on guard. It's a lot of cases that can go with that. Me personally, I don't think I'd have a weapon on me.
Right.
But I definitely would have played that smarter to where he would have been the one off the bat. Maybe fall on the floor, piss myself, sue the school, some extra shit just to, because they be too quick to look
take him
at
out
us.
like that. Take him out. You could have picked.
Yeah,
what you think?
They don't believe in that no more.
Yeah, nobody throw hands no more. Like, he stabbed him though. Like, you feel me?
See, you're being too violent, girl. Calm down.
I can get a knife on property and all that. Like, come squad up. Like,
They said it was on a track. They said it was like on the school track. It was at a track meet or something like that.
Like, the thing about it is, why you got so. No, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why you have so much, like, like you said, anger and trauma inside of you, the way you got to bring a knife to school. You got to deal, I feel like, with bullies accordingly, because you're going to deal with bullies throughout your life constantly, whether it be at school,
at
work. They're never going to disappear. You got people that's going social media. You got people that's going to hate on you constantly, take shots, the whole night. How do you deal with them people accordingly without crashing out and throwing your life away?
Right.
Because as much as we can say, like, okay, you need to be ready for a situation to defend yourself, to possibly kill, ultimately people not having to be in those situations on a daily. So once you put yourself in that situation, now I got to put you in a box as an overly hostile human being. And then you got to be dealt with accordingly. So you being a 17-year-old kid, you shouldn't even have a knife on school premises at that point. You
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't have a knife.
Mhm.
You should have probably told your parents, told the teachers, but now you brought a knife, you stabbed somebody, and a lot of people are saying that this is like racism, because the whole black and white thing. They trying to say they not giving him no grace. They tried to go to other situations like Kyle Rittenhouse, the dude that was he was at a protest and he got attacked like 2 or 3 people because he was trying to defend a gas station. White guy with like a AR-15. It's not the same because if you attacking a guy with an AR-15, you probably asking to die.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you and I know they say, oh, he's white. Why didn't he get like why didn't Carmelo get the same pass as him? It's not the same. He was sitting under the tent on the side that he did not belong on.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting over there. They asked him to leave. From the report I read, they kind of put hands and said, yo, you need to leave. And he said, hit me, and see what happened. And I think that's when the scuffle started. And then he stabbed him in the chest after that.
Mm-hmm.
But that just wasn't no from one day situation, right? I heard they like it's been
Yeah.
like ongoing, like them guys always
Over
been bullying
time.
them and
There's
doing this,
definitely
that, and the
Yeah.
history.
third.
And
And the
and
guy,
It
Bu-
gradually grew to
the
what it
white guy
came
hung with a
to.
bunch of black guys. Like they had pictures with him with guns, and like they had shot like guns in the pictures. Like
that's what
I
I'm.
don't know if he was a gang. I don't really know exactly how it was like because I didn't really get too deep into it. But
Yeah.
like when you see it, you look through it and see what's going on. Like okay, it looked like another
I,
form of bullying. You know,
yeah.
that
Like I
happened. But
said, yeah.
like you say that knife and like God, man, you should have picked up something cracking across his like like I just feel like it could have been something work like not a knife, a stab, but you just never know what type of anger little homie had built
That's what
up.
I'm saying.
Like
All that
just so
trauma.
long. Like, yeah. And he
Mm-hmm.
probably the guys was probably bullying him so much, it's like he couldn't beat everybody. Or it probably was every day. You just never know how they was playing with him every day, teasing him
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
every day.
I'm.
Why you think
I'm.
people come to them schools and shoot the schools up? Because it's
Mhm.
something be going on with them, you know?
Right.
No,
They
you're
get
right. That's
bullied
The
true.
system
heavy.
don't help.
That's true. But I do think bullies somewhat build character. Done in the right way. I think bullies do build character because it kind of just teaches you how to maneuver around through the world. Like you said, it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be people constantly from different walks of life that's gonna kind of try you. You
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
gon' you gonna get tried. It's always gonna be that fish out there that's gonna be the big fish in the pond that's gonna be trying to eat against you.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Definitely.
And that's a lot of people
So
But
never went through
nowadays they
bullying.
all crybabies. That's why they all want to shoot everybody. They all
Yeah,
crybabies. They can't
them
handle it.
YNs
As
go
soon as
crazy,
somebody
boy.
say something, oh
YNs,
yeah, you
man.
And
next.
YNs go crazy. But like a
Yeah,
Yep.
lot of people never went through bullying, so you can't really say what a person won't and and would do. Because a lot of
yeah.
people really never went through bullying to
I
even know
actually
how he felt.
I actually want to even go a step further now. This is where I get into my this is where I get into my phase of like what's the word I'm looking for? Not like paranormal, but when I kind of go real far and become a and what's the word when like you kind
Yeah,
of be
boy. Get
On
A
get deep with
spiritual?
it.
conspiracy, a conspiracy theorist.
conspiracy theory. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
real talk, man, this is just my inner thoughts. I'm about to release them right now.
Okay.
First here, folks. Now, I think a lot of people are not even supposed to be here.
Mhm.
I really believe that. I think a
Man,
lot of people are not supposed to be here because I think a lot of people was born out of trauma. I think that because if you look at like just having kids or whatnot, it's used in a situation to where it's really to extend the lineage appropriately, and then you usually do it when you have a family structure and a system set up to where it can sustain itself. But I think when you get in a place to where, oh, I'm able to pay bills, I'm able to do this, so I can have fun or whatnot. I just want to have a kid. And then you get this kid born through trauma. The
Right.
parents got trauma. And then you just constantly sending this trauma through. And now you got this soul here experiencing this trauma or whatnot. We wonder sometimes why we have so many crash out
Mhm.
situations. And I don't care what ethnicity it is, black, white, whatever it is. But I
Mm-hmm.
do believe that I think a lot of people are not even supposed to be here. And I think
No,
now
I
you got
agree.
an influx. You got an influx of tainted souls that's being born, being raised through all this trauma. Like I said, most people ain't gonna crash out completely like that, but for the ones that do, I think it's just an influx of trauma that's just built up.
Yeah, yeah. And
But
a lot of people
that's my conspiracy.
Yeah.
a lot of people be
Mhm.
like, like when a guy and a female be arguing and they like just had a baby and the girl might be like, you wanted this baby, this, that, and that. I ain't wanted no child, yada yada yada. Or the guy might say that to the female, like, oh, you
Yeah,
wanted this child. I ain't wanted to have no baby. But like
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, a lot of people say that though, like, man, this people ain't even supposed to be, because a lot of people do a lot of heinous stuff to where it's like, man, you should just go ahead and get knocked off because you making the neighborhood bad, you making the world bad.
I
You
hate
know
to
what I'm saying?
say it. I hate to say it. Some people, bro. I hate to say it, a lot of them gonna have to get knocked off
You ain't got no
to
heart,
really
man. You
reach.
just don't
I
care.
I get
I hate
that.
this. Nah,
I get. Yeah, go ahead. No, I get that, but at the same time, to be, I can understand, but that shit kind of cruel. But at the same time, there are people that shouldn't be here. But at the same time, even if you were to eliminate those people, it's gonna come back eventually.
Yeah, yeah,
nah, you
You
got a
know.
point.
So
That's why I said personality is gonna always be there. Different types of characteristics or whatnot. But when you have like an influx of certain trauma that's just constantly raising trauma, I think that's a problem too,
yeah.
to a certain degree. Not saying you
it's
can't push
life.
past that. It's life. Not saying you can't push past that
Uh,
or be better than that. But I
Hmm.
do I do believe that kind of add into it a little bit also. But I want to play Charleston White take on it real quick. It's about 2 minutes, so just bear with me. I'm gonna go ahead and play it real fast.
Right.
No wonder God can't bless black people, because black people got a heart of retribution and vengeance and violence and anger. They want to get back at white people. No wonder Dr. Kingdom could get some things and we can't. Because Dr. Kingdom said, hey man, don't hit them back. Hey man, don't hit them back. And them people got way more. Now this group say, let's kill them. Let's kill them. But your kids, you hear about kids every day in the hood schools getting bullied, but y'all don't have this much outrage for bullying. They have a no bullying month, but y'all don't have this much out. But now all of a sudden it's out, let's kill the bully. Most of y'all are bullies. Talk to them today. Most of y'all are, come on, cuz, OG, bullies. Come on, Crip Blood bullies. But now we want to kill the bully. When most of black children go to school every day and have to face a bully, why you think they got to wear Michael Jordan tennis shoes? But now we got a problem with bullies, huh? Huh? When have we ever told our kids to go kill the bully? We taught our kids how to stand up to the bully. No matter if it was two of them, fight both of them. But you don't put your life in danger to kill unless you got killing in you. But if you listen to kill music, you got killing in you. There's no way good kids kill. I know a nigga stabbed the girl 93 times, but before he got to 93, he dropped the knife. She begged and she pleaded. He dropped the knife. But because he was abused and he had anger and he had rage inside of him for what his daddy was doing to him, he finished up. What's in you gonna come out of you. And good kids don't stab people to death, y'all. This is a kid with some trauma. Let's get the background story first. Just because he out there in Frisco. Oh, black people, y'all wrong, and no wonder God got your curse. I'm starting to think that curse on us is real, that the Hebrews say. This group heart is hateful. No compassion. I remember telling my brother one time, God will never let you out of jail, nigga, if you ain't got no remorse for the people you killed.
What y'all think about what he said?
I'm gonna say something since I ain't comment real quick on the situation,
Mm-hmm.
but I will start off by saying it's a very, very unfortunate situation for both families because one, you got a teenager that's gone. I empathize with every mother who has to bury a child as a mother myself, but I
Mm-hmm.
also empathize with black women who lose their children at a disproportionate rate compared to white people, the children and grown black men. Like, it's sad how we constantly go through trauma because of our ancestral past and what we just gone through for years. And then now you have a situation where this young black man just, we don't know how long he's been feeling like, he can't take being bullied. We don't know if the twins were constantly using their own unity to intimidate other people. um it's like so many variables that can play into this situation that it's hard to really digest or pick a side because it's, for one, it's kids, they're adolescents, regardless of what their parents taught them at home. as a parent, you know you can instill everything into your child. But once they leave your home and they go out into this world, they have so many outside influences that their teachings at home may not even apply compared to what they are experiencing from their friends, what they're exposed to from music. And it can really, like, you as a parent, you will learn that your child's friends have way more influence on your child than you thought you had. And that's from experience of being a mother and my child being 11, seeing him do certain things or him say certain things. It's like, damn, like, where you get that from? Like, what the fuck? But then again, it's like we come from a space where we're constantly battling as Black people. So it's like, I'm not condoning killing somebody, for one. I'm not condoning violence, but let's be realistic. Kids, young Black men going out into the world, you don't think they should have some type of protection for themselves? Like, they're targets for no reason. Like, it doesn't make it any better to say that, oh, he had to defend himself. But if my son was going somewhere and he's a teenager, I would want him to have some type of defense for himself because he's a young Black man. And people that just want to attack him just because he's Black. And that is still going on in 2025. Now, like I said, again, I'm not condoning him stabbing and killing somebody's child or taking a life. It's just you don't know what he's been through, what his traumas were, or if he was getting bullied to the point to where he just couldn't take it no more. So that's why I said it's hard to really choose a side because we don't know all the variables.
Anybody want to say something before I jump into it?
We don't even know if he already been telling the teachers and the principal about what was going
And
on.
that's the
We don't
thing,
even
like,
know.
because a lot of the schools don't do anything. Like now, like even when my son was in daycare, he was getting bullied, and they would be like, "Oh, we can't tell you who the kid is, or we can't tell you who their parents are because it'll cause a conflict." Like I had to really go in his school. I literally caught the little boy who was bullying my son in the middle of him trying to go and get my son, and I snatched his little ass up, and I looked at the teacher like, "Hey,
Yeah, I'm
what's
pulling
going?"
up.
Like he
I'm
kicked
pulling
my
up.
son in the forehead. He kicked my
Yeah,
son in the forehead. My son had a knot on his head when he got home, and the
Damn.
teacher didn't send no disciplinary note, like of explaining what happened. Like I had to ask her, like, why my baby got this knot on his head? And then she was like, "Oh, he got into a situation." I'm like, "Why y'all didn't say nothing? Like, where's the mom? I want to talk to the mom. I want to talk to the owner of the daycare." And they were like, "Well, we can't let you talk to the mom." And I'm like, "Why not? Like, these kids are like 3. Like, why not?" She was like,
All
"Oh,
right,
it will cause a conflict."
all right.
Bitch, I want a conflict. Like, what the fuck? You kick my baby in
Yeah, I'm about to
the
give
head.
her a
I'm gonna
knot in
say
her
this.
head.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say this.
Nowadays, the
Oh,
school
go ahead.
system real secretive. They don't like to
yeah,
tell
yeah.
anybody nothing. They want to keep it on the low.
All right. You ultimately end up vibing with your tribe. Ultimately you end up vibing with your tribe. And I'm not trying to sit here and say like, white people have certain ways of how they play and how they move and whether you need to be in that circle or not. Because once you get into these schools where you have like these football teams, you have these rivals or whatnot. Some people you need to move cautiously in that because some of y'all ain't built for that type of playful interaction because it can get to places where you feel like you're in a stressful environment first and foremost. Blacks and whites when it comes down to how they play, we kind of play different a lot of the time. So I think first and foremost you vibe with your tribe, but I still don't want to kind of give a pass to Carmelo still for what he did and say that it was right just because he was being bullied or whatnot.
yeah, like
I don't want
yeah, like you saying, like killing the guy. You know what I'm saying? Killing, killed
Yeah,
another
to. Yeah,
team. So
yeah.
it's like
yeah, because
it's
it's
consequences to everything.
it's gonna start at home first.
Then
It's
at the
gonna
same,
start at
okay,
home first.
I got a question. If he get convicted of it, how long y'all think? Like, what y'all think they'll
Oh,
try to
he
do
getting
with
a
him?
lot of time.
What you
I
Well,
think?
they
Like,
think
how
said they
much?
took away the death penalty and the I
10.
thought they said they took away the death penalty and a
I don't
life
know what kind of
sentence or
charge
But
they gonna
something.
call it. Is it gonna be manslaughter? Is it gonna be like?
but
Is it gonna
but
be like
as
something drop down,
a,
like
I
not
wanted
They
to
capital?
love
I
to
wanted to
add little
comment.
programs.
I wanted to
Yeah,
ask. I want to comment on something. I actually say I couldn't really remember, but you mentioned about black people need to be like having protection and stuff. I don't really
Yeah,
feel
as a
that to be
mom, I feel
100%
like
true.
that is. I feel like as a mother, you would want your Black son because their black males have been taken unjustly from us for years.
Let me ask
So
you
it's
this.
like prepare your child,
What
Let
kind
me
of
basically.
ask you this.
protection though?
Hold
What
on.
kind of
Let me ask you.
protection for a
Are you
teen?
faster? Are you faster to die at the hands of a white person or a black person?
You already
Shit,
know
these
that.
days about
As a
these
It's
black
days,
man,
vice
which one you
goddamn,
I
versa.
would
quicker?
say black.
it's
Which
it
one you
you
quicker?
it for one, it depend on the neighborhood. It depend on who your child have in a circle. It depends. Like it's a lot of variables, but when it comes to young black men,
I was in
we
my
lose
20s.
them. We lose them constantly.
Man,
In my
blacks killing blacks. Y'all know that. Like
Yeah,
it's
in my
the
not
blacks
like
twenties,
definitely do.
in
it's
my
very
twenties,
rare that happens.
yeah. In my twenties, I used to be more of a flashy type of nigga. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
always cared about like what type of car I drove, all that stuff. So whenever I'm round about, it ain't white people I'm worrying about most of the time.
Yeah,
Just
you
being
know
honest.
you worrying about the
I pull
brothers,
up. I
man.
used to pull up at gas stations at night.
It's them
It's
niggas.
it's the niggas looking at me.
It's the brothers, man. You know what's
I
going
had a
on.
Terminator. I had a Terminator, very very rare car, Mystic Chrome. It was a Chameleon '04 Terminator, and it was
Mm-hmm.
very rare. And I pull up in it. They looking at me like I'm about to probably take this nigga shit. I'm gonna tell you the only reason why I knew they probably couldn't take my shit because it was possibly a stick shift. And I was like, damn, these niggas probably can't drive a stick. But
Mhm.
real talk, back in the day in my 20s, that's what I had to worry about. Most of the white people,
Yeah.
they was usually saying like, "Man, I
It's
love
a
your
nice
car, man."
car, man. It's a
I
sick
had
car,
police.
man.
I had police. I was speeding. I had police literally let me go because they like my car so much.
Definitely. Yeah,
I had
definitely. Yeah,
police
you
tell me, "Yo, bro, I like your car. Go ahead and get to work, man. You good." Literally, I swear to you, I'm not lying. And I
But
try to
that's
act
in
like
your
I'm trying to cap.
20s.
I feel like that's a
Younger.
different time.
2025.
That was a different
Yeah,
time.
No, it's not.
I don't
exactly. It's
think I
That
don't
was
like
like
2025 now.
I don't
the
think
I ain't
Congo
gonna
got
lie,
evolution
it.
of
man.
how
I
the
think he got
evolution of how things have gone with racial issues
Has
is
changed.
way different than where you were in your 20s. I don't agree with
Exactly.
that.
Really just like
Y'all think the music got a big impact on that? Like music, what they listen to?
Absolutely.
No,
yeah,
no, I
Absolutely.
yeah.
don't. I don't.
Absolutely.
Z. You say
Like
you
what you
don't?
think?
Where you
I
say that?
don't. Y'all know I got a Hellcat. My shit tinted out. I got
Hmm.
pulled over because of my tints and got locked up for 3 days because of that.
Cause
Make
of
it make
what?
sense.
They lock you up because of tent?
My windows tint. That's it. And I'm a black
I thought
female
you
in a
just get a
car.
ticket.
That's
I thought you
why.
just
Are
get a
you?
ticket.
No,
Damn
I
it.
got
But
locked
Was
what
it?
up
How
because I'm
how
black.
bad
Z
was it?
Z, what would that have to do with the influence of music
I listen
over
to
your
country.
tent?
Let me put that in there. I listen to country music. I don't listen to rap music.
You got
Well,
So
locked up
that's
because
not
of tent.
that's not necessarily what we're saying. We're asking like, do
man,
you think the music today has an impact on our youth and the decisions that they make?
Yeah. All the
nah, I
young
don't feel
ones.
like that though.
Hmm?
I really don't.
NBA
And I'm
young
young
boy.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
But if
you're
you
NBA
got
young
rappers
boy.
talking
you're
about
lying.
killing others and gangs and
I mean,
stuff, you don't think that's influence?
yeah.
You know what I
You're
mean?
right. You're right. You're right. They be like, fa, fa, fa. So yeah,
You
yeah.
know
That's
what I
fine.
I
mean?
mean,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
it's
You're
all
right.
about
You're right.
how how much the kids believe
No.
the rapper and what he's saying. You know, but a lot of stuff be happening. Like the rappers go rap about what they just did a lot of times. You know, them young boys gonna rap about. Yeah, and we just killed your partner. They gonna say it. They'll say it a different way, and they really just did that. And the
Mm-hmm.
police come lock them up for it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's definitely real talking
I
that
think
music.
a
You know?
lot of youth get wrapped into like the romanticize of like the music. It make you feel it's almost like a movie almost. You know what I'm saying? Like you get wrapped
Yeah.
up in this mafia lifestyle and then you vibe with it and it becomes your routine. Kind of like how you have different ethnic groups that's into different things. I think a large majority of like black youth is wrapped up into the music and make it real instead of just being what it is. It's just music.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? It's the music, it's the clothes, it's the fashion. Because it's like, just say, they like that designer stuff. So what would you do? What would a young black male do just to have it? You know what I'm saying? They might go rob another person, might take somebody, take they
Whatever,
shit. Like,
whatever it takes.
you know what I'm saying? That's another
Whatever it
thing.
takes.
Rod, what you think? You've been kind of quiet on it.
I don't got no comment to this one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't
You
have
know,
no
Rao
comment on
YN
this
too.
one.
Rao YN, so
You
Don't
you
do
know
young.
how
that.
that go.
Don't do that.
Rao
Don't do that.
Radio YN.
Don't do that. I ain't got no comment to this
She
one.
got,
I'm
Right.
listening on this one. I'm
she got,
listening.
look, she
Yeah.
got the locks and she got the locks and everything.
Yeah, she
Like,
a
Yeah,
YN. I'm telling
YN
you,
Locks.
man.
Mom, what
Watch your
you
back,
think?
boy. You better watch your back, boy.
no, I do feel like the music do got an influence on the youth today though. Like you can see it heavy though. Like a lot of guys, a lot of kids out here, they was never they a lot of times they didn't grow up in them type of environments where they had to be violent or be murderous or always walk around here not trusting everybody. A lot of them did come from homes where they had like a good role model or
Suburban
something.
kids, man.
Right.
Suburban
Exactly.
kids, man.
Suburban kid though.
Yeah.
Then they go to
Listening
this.
to that music.
Yeah, then they go to the
You're right.
school. I think I had a conversation with Jay about this though back in
Mm-hmm.
November. I was telling him about how like a lot of the young guys they do this because they see that the woman is like they love those type of men or they attracted those type of men. So a lot of the guys they put on this persona just for the women. They feel like
You're
they
right.
feel like they gotta be real tough. They feel like they gotta be real hard. They feel like they gotta be tatted, or they feel like they gotta walk around here with their pants sagging with a gun on their or always have that
Right.
gun on their hip because they see them
Right.
type of guys with the women all the time. So a lot of them guys think, okay, if that's what the woman is gravitated to, let me go ahead and put on this persona like I'm this type of guy just so I can attract the woman. Though. But then when they get the women see that they really ain't about that for real. So it's like they gonna end up losing them in the long run because that's not really who they are. It's just an act.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
unfortunately, a lot of young guys they get too caught up in that act, and sometimes they end up making decisions they gonna end up regretting, and now they looking in jail or they lose their
I'll,
life. They lose their
Yeah.
life, but they sit back thinking like, damn, like what the fuck was I thinking? Like they couldn't me be moving like that. You hear me? So
right. We always it's me and my buddies. We always be talking about like fortunate kids,
yeah,
because I came up in like one of the worst neighborhoods in Savannah, so it's like we was always less fortunate. But you got
Yeah.
the fortunate kids wanting to be around the less fortunate. Like, bro,
right,
if my folks would have been living like I wouldn't have even been thinking about
right,
even going or being around none of that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like,
Yeah.
but it just like it's
I,
the
I think.
excitement. They like it.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the trend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
I think
like
you got some kid. Oh, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry. My bad.
but like Ash was saying earlier, like you know how you said like it's a different new age, this, that, and the third. Like, oh, it's different. It's different times. I see a lot of people saying that, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Like in the '90s, this was a lot of killing. Early 2000, it was a bunch of killing.
Yeah.
It's
But I'm gonna say is
different
it,
trends,
just
you
to
know.
piggyback off of that. I feel like our children in this generation are way weaker than we were. Like
Yeah,
we didn't get bullied and commit
I feel like
suicide.
I feel
We
like
didn't
I feel
get
like
bullied and
But
be
let me.
ready to shoot up a school. Like we got bullied and was told to tighten up, learn how to check, little nigga, learn how to check. Or we got our siblings
Uh,
who were older than us to go handle that. You know, it's I feel like right now because they're so exposed to the world, like now
materialistic
you get
things,
beat up
man.
and you get posted on Facebook or you get posted on
we.
TikTok and
I
right,
the
feel like
first
we
thing
got.
happened is you being recorded.
Yeah, I
Facts.
think a lot of it come. I think social media made a bad influence with that part, but I do believe we have like weaker households though, man. Whether it be the woman or the man not being in the household, I think we definitely got weaker households, and it's the things that we put in our kids' face too, to where they. I feel like we should keep our kids away from social media for a certain amount of time of their youth, but a lot of the days now we kind of putting phones and tablets in their face when they're young, and it's usually a thing of preoccupation, keeping them preoccupied. And usually it's like moms kind of throw it in their face, like, "Hey, go ahead and watch this.
They're gonna be
I'm
quiet for a
busy.
couple hours.
Just stay busy." So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of when it comes down to having too many single moms and no fathers out there, it's always going to send down this road of damage and returns.
You're right.
I
What's the
wouldn't
per-
I wouldn't say that because I'm a single mom and my son he's a great kid. Like, but granted, I don't allow him to have social media. He has never had a TikTok. He has never had an Instagram. But I will say it doesn't matter how much you micromanage your child. Your child can go to school and
Mhm.
interact with kids who parents don't micromanage them. So, like I said, you can teach your kids to be one way at home, and they will go out into the world and be exposed to all type of shit because
True,
everybody don't parent
but
the same.
no, you're right. But check this
And I
out though. You
could
know how many? Oh, go ahead, right?
I just want to add to that because I say I know a situation to where there is a state to where the parent is no longer capable of giving that child what they need, to where now this child is only receiving what they want to off of anything but the parent, if that makes sense. So you got these
Yeah.
tablets, you got school. It's
The school is giving tablets. The school is giving kids to do work on laptops. Like Tyree
mhm.
school, they literally have iPads they work on in school. Like it's nothing you can avoid when it comes to things in school. Like It
Mm-hmm.
just, you can't, like, they can't, like, they have to socialize on those types of electronics.
Yeah,
But
but
where
you were
it,
saying just a minute ago, you was like, I know I have a good child. You know how many women I feel say they have a good child, but really they got a
no,
bad child?
academically, my son has never, like,
No, no, for real. No, I'm not.
Real talk. My son has
No,
never been, and
I'm
I'm
not.
saying, like,
I'm not talking
I'm
about
not
your
saying he's
son.
innocent,
Yeah,
but you
but
just said I had said that my son is a good child. But I can only relate to me when I can
for
only speak
sure.
on my
But
situation.
you got a lot of people out there, whether it be women or the men. Also, they'll say that my child good, but they'll send their child to school, and then that child got to influence my child, but really their child bad.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Whatever you teach them at home, all you know is what you teach your child is good things. So you're going to assume your child is going to act that same way when they're out in public. But like I said, when they have outside influences, they're going to act the way they want to act. That's why I agree with Rod when she said they're going to literally do what they want to do. Like, you can only do so much as a parent. And then
You
sometimes,
got to
like,
separate.
with situations like that, like when you got a child who stabbed another child and took their life. This boy came from a two-parent household. His parents was together for 17 years. He got three little siblings. They got the same mom, same dad. They live in a suburban area. Like, you can't tell me with him having his father in his life, he wasn't getting encouragement. He wasn't getting
That
enlightenment. He wasn't getting taught how to be a young man when he went out into the streets.
that
Now,
lets you go ahead.
what he was exposed to, we don't know. Like I said, it's a bunch of different variables. But I wouldn't say you just automatically think your child is going to be good because of you instilling good in them. Like, the kids going to do what they want to do at the end of the day.
That's why I say if the culture was better, you wouldn't even have these issues, man. If we had a better culture around us, we wouldn't have to worry about like watching out for every single outside child that's going to kind of influence. I think the culture definitely need fixing.
Definitely. Definitely. But I don't see it
I
getting no
think it need
better.
fixing. Yeah,
I don't
I
see it
don't
getting
either.
no
I'm
better.
gonna be honest. I think it's gonna get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna
So
get
when you
worse.
say when you say
Mm-hmm.
culture, you mean like just black folks, white folks, like
I mean,
I feel
yeah, I would
like the
say the
world
The
Yeah, you
music.
econ-
got you
for
got
one,
you got
for one, the economy got to get better.
economy.
yeah, you
Like,
got the
the
white kid, you
economy got
got
to
the
get
white
better.
kid.
Well, if we move better in that's why I say, man, we always talk about the economy too, but at the same time, we got to learn how to move in this economy. We can't be to a point where we get so comfortable and just say like, oh, everything I get better. We got to move a little bit different to where we have to kind of pull back and say, I need to learn how to survive a little bit better. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I need
That's
to not try and have all the best things. Maybe I need to downsize. Maybe that
Mm-hmm.
guy that's next to me, I need to start looking at him and appreciate him a little bit more for what he do instead of saying he ain't doing enough.
Right.
Nah, I feel
materialistic
myself.
things, man. You
You
Yeah.
know, it's a
I
know,
feel like it's
materialistic
it's two
world, man.
parties with that now. You got the people who saying, yeah, where the times is now, I'm gonna be more selfish, I'm gonna worry about myself. And you got the other people who are saying this is the best time to come together. It's just you just never know.
Hmm.
uh,
I feel like it's no real
uh,
unity in the black community like how it used to be. Like, people used to throw cookouts and stuff, and everybody pitch in and bring the churn, and we gonna do this, we gonna do that. Like, I grew up on that type of shit. Like, we gonna buy a bunch of seafood, get crabs,
Mm-hmm.
throw them down the table. Like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody put in, everybody gonna have a good time. And now it's literally every man for themselves.
It's
But
a lot
look
of
how that the economy has forced us to be that way.
I
We
don't,
paying rent prices. Our parents never paid. Like, it
I
just
don't
is
think it's just the
more.
economy though. I don't think it's just the economy.
But
it's
Like I
that
also
plays
said,
a big
individual.
part in our lives. Like, that stresses people out. That causes communication issues. That causes it's hard to find employment to even pay you enough to survive and pay your rent. Like,
no,
it's
for sure.
better to
But I
have
do believe
different.
if families stick together a little bit harder, we wouldn't have them issues.
But you know what?
'Cause you got other
Families
people
are
still
exposing
thriving
their
too.
trauma now. Like, we're realizing the way we grew up, some of that shit was traumatic as hell. Like, you can't
Mm-hmm.
For
associate yourself
sure.
with your family no more. So
But
you have to be on your own
how can
too.
you have an immigrant that probably come over here and possibly outbeat you out because that lets you know it's a mindset thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
No,
Exactly.
they're offered. Immigrants are offered benefits that we ain't even
And
fucking offered, and
outside,
Not all the
we're
Hey,
time.
here.
hey,
Not all
outside
the
of
time.
benefit,
We're
outside
hey,
of
here.
where's my
outside,
Yeah,
benefits? Where my benefits
exactly.
at?
Mel from Puerto
There
Rico.
you
He
go,
don't get
Benefits
Mel.
shit.
at,
There
man?
you
Come
go,
on, guys. I
Mel.
need, I need some
He don't
moolah,
get
man. I'm
shit.
broke. Brother
Exactly.
broke.
It's all
You
about
know
that
what I'm saying?
mindset.
So when it comes down to like it's really a mindset thing, man. It's about the
yeah, man. You
culture,
can't be
how you
weak no more,
move.
man.
Yeah,
You
it's really a
can't
mindset thing. That's what it's gonna
Mm.
And I
boil
can't
down
go
will
to.
off of
say with that rent and backtracking to when y'all was talking about that rapping, kids know that rapping is a fast way to get money. And they
Mm-hmm.
know most of nowadays they rapping about the quick killing, and that's the fastest thing. Apparently, something stupid is gonna get them money.
scamming,
And a
So
robbing.
lot
that's
of
why they have the songs be sounding
and,
stupid and silly now.
They
and
doing it for y'all,
Yeah,
for the
for
women.
the
exactly
ladies,
for real.
for the ladies,
nah, they
man.
into
Yeah.
streaming now.
Yo,
They trying to get TikTok famous. They
Maul
trying to
Maul
get
make
famous
Mm-hmm.
on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Maul make a good point though. Most of the things that we do is for y'all still, but y'all don't really understand that. It usually develops in society, pushing things forward. It's always behind the scenes to just kind of like impress women, make women more comfortable. Y'all don't
A
look
lot
at
of
it
that.
like that because y'all participating in the culture with us. With us, y'all have to work, y'all have to do things also. But ultimately, the things men do is to make y'all lives better.
So,
Hell yeah.
If y'all
Mm.
if y'all
I can
move
Advocate
if
understand
y'all
that
yourself.
to
move
an
yeah,
extent.
if y'all move accordingly, you can get the right guy that's gonna literally take care of you 100%. But it's up to
I
you
c-
now to get the right guy.
and you
That's
gotta,
what it's gonna boil down to. If you get the right guy, you can get put in a situation where you can get taken care of. But a lot of y'all don't want to settle for that right guy. Y'all want to live your lifestyle. Y'all don't want to be up under
Who is the
nobody's
right
thumb.
guy?
The
The
pizza
right
Who
man.
the
guy is the
right
guy
guy, Jay? Who the
Everybody
right
wants
guy?
somebody.
The pizza man,
the guy
Ashley.
that's gonna
Yeah,
hold
I
you
know who the
down.
right guy is.
Parents, you deliver pizza.
He said he said
I'm
the
so
pizza
sick of
man.
y'all of this goddamn pizza, Lord.
y'all
Yeah.
think it's a person for everybody.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
believe
person
Believe
for
that's
so.
true.
Yeah.
If you wait
It's too
long
many
enough,
people
yeah.
not to be.
Mhm.
I
At
don't
that
think
point, it's
so.
you.
I don't
But
think so
that's
because you
I
wanna know
don't
why?
think
It's a
so.
statistic out there that's saying that most men have not procreated in life. Now I haven't done all my research, but they say majority of women have procreated, but majority of men have not. Because most of y'all find most men unattractive. How y'all feel
like
about that?
Where
I
you
believe
get your statistics from? Out the
And
I'm
back
just
of a
I
saying.
was
cereal
gonna say
box?
I never heard that. Wait.
Most men have not procreated, but most women have all procreated. Now, whether they procreate when like maybe the guys that are more that they're attracted to, the guys who kind of make their fancy tango or whatnot, but most regular guys have not procreated throughout life.
I believe that.
Sound like y'all
It's
need to talk to y'all physician. Y'all got
oh
some sperm
shit.
issues or something.
no, it's not that. It's the guys that y'all actually choosing.
He said sperm issues.
Yeah, we
sometimes
talking about
sometimes
sperm issues. That
Y'all
ain't got
swimmers
nothing to do.
ain't swimming.
Hey,
Y'all swimmers ain't swimming.
just like that dude at Pizza Hut who you ain't gave a shot at.
Yeah.
Watch your
Damn
pizza.
why
right.
That
Damn
why
man
you
get
right.
a
ain't gave him a shot? Because he work at Pizza
I
Hut. Why you
mean,
ain't gave him a
it could
shot?
be vice versa too. I mean, y'all not going for the
Why
down
you
most
looking like
down
that,
bad
Jay?
girl.
She said deuces.
Nah, she said it could be vice versa. What you mean?
Y'all not are y'all looking for the most down bad female?
The
Just
most
saying.
down bad
Everybody got
female.
standards, right? Everybody looking for
Yeah.
what's
I
within their
mean, I
standard.
see.
But you got regular girls though still don't want the regular dude. You know how many girls that's just very regular that's bucking on just regular
I
dudes?
want my man to make
Yeah,
six
I've
figures a
also
year.
seen
This,
numerous
that, and the
beautiful
third.
females with men I would say are very
Yeah,
she could,
I mean,
but
you know
you
what I'm
ain't looking
saying?
at what them dudes did to possibly get that female though. You
You don't
ain't
know what
looking
them
at what
dudes
level he
doing.
on.
You don't
Yeah,
know what
that
them
that
Mhm.
dude
dudes
that
doing.
dude might not be a regular
True.
dude.
He might be one of them ones.
He might be one of them
I
ones.
just want to say,
I
I
get
think it's
what you're
more.
saying, but
I think I think it's more likely you're gonna see a guy go for a girl that works at Starbucks than a girl going after the guy that works at Starbucks or McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So
You saying a
Facts.
it's
guy go for a girl that work at Starbucks instead
yeah,
of a girl
a guy
working?
can go for whoever. He don't care about what she makes. You know what I'm saying? We just going with how we feel, the vibes. Is she
Yeah,
gonna take
mm,
care of me? She gonna ride with me? And then
cause he
the
looking like he could
girls are
upgrade her.
more.
Like I
And the
can
girls are
upgrade
more.
you.
I mean, yeah, some guys are looking for an upgrade. You never know. You know what I mean?
They be
For the
wanting
most
to
part,
upgrade the girl. Like let me
but
get
I
you out.
Real
Let me
believe
shit.
for the
get you out
most
of this
part,
Starbucks, girl. You shouldn't be
Let me
working here.
yeah,
I'm about
yeah.
to go ahead and
Let
switch
me
us
buy
into the
your own
next
shot.
topic. I'm gonna switch us
Mhm.
into the next topic. I know Ashley not in here, but we're gonna go ahead and play this. She already know
All
about
right.
this. I'm going to dive into
What
it.
I'm saying is, in general, overall.
Hold up.
What I'm saying is, in general, overall, if I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to.
Just don't have sex then. Just don't have sex.
That's not even logical.
It is.
It is. Who are you, Nancy?
I sound dumb. You sound dumb as. Okay.
It does, because even as teens, people explore. And it's like, as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that your point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Stop holding me.
What's wrong with you?
Stop holding me.
You have a. Oh my god.
Thank you.
She attacked my wife.
Your wife doesn't attack me.
Why you wanna?
Why you still following me? Why you following me?
I want to get arrested.
I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy.
Yeah. Bro, honestly, right there, that could have been a situation where the guy could have stabbed her. You know what I mean? Like,
I just don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't need no knife for that situation.
No, but
Nah, exactly. I would have definitely protected my wife in that situation.
Man, choke slam, man. You tripping. You done boxed my lady like that 2 times. Oh no, it's over.
Yeah.
We gotta get that. 201, baby. Yeah, nah, hell nah.
Look, I don't know. If I was a nigga, I'd be like, damn, you ain't at least gonna pinch the bitch? Like,
So listen.
Don't just fall to the ground. Oh my god.
What would you want? What would you want?
Baby.
What would you want your guy to do in that situation?
I wouldn't even want my guy to do shit, because I'd fuck her ass up. I'm not gonna lay on the ground with a whole goddamn microphone. Bitch, you could have bopped her ass over the head or some shit.
You
Like,
know what? She probably not that type of
Exactly.
female. She probably not that type of female. She probably never
well,
had
you
a fight
asked
in her
us.
life.
You asked us what we
So
gonna
why
do.
did she put herself in that predicament then?
No, I'm just asking. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you know, a certain female like never had a fight in their life.
You know what?
And
That's
they might
true.
say smart stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
You got females
not
that's
knowing
very.
that person gonna
You
crash
got a
out
lot
on
of
her. You know.
you got a lot of feminine females like that too. Just because y'all might have that crash out nature, you got a lot of feminine females that
That's
ain't gonna
not crash out. That's just protecting yourself. You know, they do say the scariest motherfucker be the quickest one to kill somebody because they scared. You know what I'm saying? It's not always crash out. It's just like, bitch, you're not about to play with me.
Yeah,
Like,
but if you
I
got
feel
a
like you never know what a motherfucker might do. So watch what you say. Watch what you say.
yeah, but okay.
But she even say nothing like disrespectful that's worth getting
Ah.
punched on though.
Yeah,
She
she's
getting
like, straight
punched
up,
up,
It's like,
and
come on, man.
then she try and walk away, or no?
But I'm
free
saying,
touch
like,
my
she
wife.
was walking slow. Like, she was walking slow. Like, bitch, you could have gathered your thoughts and shit after she knocked your damn senses out. Your husband could have got you right back up. Beat her ass. She walking.
This when it kind of boils back to when you get to like people not being able to control their emotions or whatnot in conversations, because she got mad at the things that she was saying. The woman only repeated what she said.
Right.
And she was like, she came and just popped her after that.
You know, she definitely was wrong. She definitely
What you
was
doing?
wrong.
What you doing
Yeah,
in
I'm
that
not saying she
situation?
right.
What you
I'm
doing in
not.
that
I'm
definitely
After
was
she
not
done
saying
pee
she
my
right.
wife,
White lady should have been
damn
more
going
cautious.
back.
Light
But
skinned
as an
lady.
interviewer, what you say, right?
I say the
Get off my
light
wife.
skinned lady. She should have been more cautious.
Man,
She
I'd have
talking
grabbed
about
her, a wife, and get to.
talking about something emotional as such. A lot of people don't take that as
Yeah.
easy as others. Something like that is possible to happen. They're doing
Somebody said
protests on
Stone
this. There
Cold
it's
Stunner.
violence on things like this.
Cause the lady,
Be
guess what?
more
You're right, right?
cautious.
You're right, right? Cause the lady who boxed her could have really been went through that and felt, and
That's what
a
I'm
nerve
saying.
just went off. You know, I
My
don't know
boy
about that.
Mac,
Hey,
my
hey,
boy
hey.
Mac Mall.
Hey.
What's
what's
going
that,
on,
What's
man?
up, big dog? I don't know
Philly
if
is in the
is his mic
chat.
on.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on,
There
big
he
dog? How
is.
you doing, bro?
Man, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you, bro.
Yeah, you
And this
good.
this is
What's
Mac
good,
Mall
man?
from
How
Not
y'all
the Shop
doing?
podcast, bro.
What's going on, man? What's
Hello,
going
Big
on?
hello,
dog.
Chilling,
hello.
chilling, man.
What's
First, I
up,
want to
man?
say thank you, JB, for supporting the channel, man. I fucks with you, man.
Yes, sir, man. I definitely appreciate it, big dog. As soon as I saw your message, bro, I was like, you definitely can get on whenever you want, bro. For real. I appreciate you for sure.
Yeah, I just want to politic with everybody, you know.
Yeah, did
So,
you see the clip that we just showed? Or did you hear? I mean, you out there. Actually, no, that was up in New York. Did you hear about the woman that got hit by the woman attacked the reporter about the pro-life questions that she was
no,
asking
I
her?
didn't. I didn't hear that. I ain't been on social media in a few days because I work on the weekends. So,
Y'all, I'm gonna play this one more time for Mac Mall real quick. Let me play this
Show.
for him.
What I'm saying is in general, overall, if I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to.
Just don't have
the
sex
baby or
then.
not.
Just don't have sex.
That's not even logical. You
It is.
dumb as
It is.
Who are you, Nancy?
I
fucking
sound
dumb?
dumb. I
You
sound
do.
dumb as okay.
It does, because even as teens, people explore. And it's like, as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that
You
your
did.
point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
What's wrong with you? I'm saying you know how to die.
So that's basically what happened.
so
So
what is the argument? What is?
So basically, the woman was asking her. I watched the whole video like 9 minutes, but she was asking her questions about abortion. The woman was saying some crazy things. She was saying that she feel like kids that are in foster care should be aborted. Like she don't believe that they should go with foster homes. Just abort them. She feel like it's okay for women to use birth control. I mean, abortion as birth control. She was saying some egregious shit. And then ultimately, the reporter, once you start debating, y'all start getting a little, back and forth, mouthy. And then she kind of spun it back on her. She said, "Well, you were the one that said this." And then that's when she just got frustrated and popped her, and she was leaking.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, for me, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I grew up in a fucked up circumstance. So,
Okay.
I have a different view. I may have a different view from everybody else.
Okay, let's hear it.
I grew up in a bottomless pit. And all my friends, none of us had daddies. We all had to make mistakes and shit to learn. Some of us didn't make it. I've been shot 3 times, so I'm lucky. One of the few that was lucky. So from my standpoint, how I feel like it's a woman's choice to do what she want to do with her body. But ultimately, thinking logically, coming from my circumstance, I would say just get rid of it rather than to bring another bad person into society or somebody who's not going to progress in society. Now, I know, women be locked in and that's my baby. I know, I get that. But ultimately, if you don't have the necessary tools to raise this child properly, I think it would be best to just not have it, because the trauma that I went through, bro, listen, I'm 44 years old and I'm just not getting over this shit, So I would say, me personally, if you don't have the necessary tools to raise a child in a healthy environment with a father, everybody make mistakes. I don't believe kids are mistakes, but ultimately, coming from the hood, we all have sex without the intentions of having a child. We just be doing shit and don't be really, thinking about the long-term effect. But
Yeah.
I
This.
would say just get rid of it, honestly.
Yeah. This. Oh, well. Yeah. Anybody else want to go ahead and speak before I get my point?
Does who all has kids? Who have kids? Who don't?
God kids count?
No.
No, like birth that you birth.
I got,
No, I
I got
haven't.
10
I got
kids.
5 kids, but one of my daughters passed away, so I only have 4.
Oh
Sorry
my
to hear
Sorry
goodness,
to
that.
hear
I'm
that.
sorry
Sorry
to
to hear
hear
that.
that.
Sorry to hear that.
So sorry to hear that.
I want to say it's probably me, Maul, Mac Maul, Larry B. Great, and Mike got kids. I think the other 4 don't. So 3 of us do, 4 of us don't.
Okay,
I
I
got a
feel like
10 piece.
so how would y'all feel? You got a what piece?
Yeah, she had a 10 piece, and they all love daddy, man.
Who got a 10
10
piece?
Like
piece.
2 children?
Wait,
10
what?
children?
God
10.
damn.
10
Man,
You
kids.
Mac,
serious?
man,
Oh,
Mike capping.
You
Stop
don't know
playing.
how to pull out, boy.
Come on,
Man,
man.
You
Mike
can't
over
pull out
here
a parking
whipping them
spot,
up.
boy. God
He can't
damn.
pull out.
Ten
Damn.
pieces, man. Hold on, let me call. Let me call him. Let me go get him. Hey, y'all, come here real quick.
Oh,
You
Say hi
play
to
too
the camera.
much.
whole village
No,
come
I don't
out.
got 10. I don't got 10.
You
That's
ignorant.
a
I,
big
You is
man right
ignorant.
there.
I believe that
The
the
whole
birth.
village, bro.
I'm gonna say this, man. I think ultimately we do need to make better decisions, and like I said, I think it's gonna go back to community and family shaming to where people make better decisions. You almost got to be forced to make a good decision because when you out here just making bad ones, you kind of feel like you don't have no shame. But usually, shame sometimes might put you in a place where it's like, okay, I really need to make a bad decision because I don't want to embarrass my parents, my father, my mother. But I get where you coming from, Mac. But at the same time, it just got to be a lot more discernment about who you messing with, so you don't have to get put in that position to where you start damaging your moral code almost. I feel like people now they do use birth control. I mean, abortion as birth control, and that's very damaging. You know,
It absolutely is. But what do you think is worse? Ha- Having an abortion or bringing a person in the world that's going to bring down our culture and society? Because
yeah,
like I said, I don't know where y'all come from, but I come from the bottom,
yeah,
and that's
I'm
all I
for
saw my
I'm
whole
for it.
life
I'm
was
for
a
it.
bunch of
you
fatherless men making bad decisions
hot,
and a bunch of fatherless women making bad decisions. So
I
like I
agree.
want to touch on that point where you say, you might feel ashamed of your parents.
hmm
Those was the friends that I had that had parents. Like it was a
mm,
Mhm.
certain code. They were like, you know what? I ain't gonna do this because my father gonna get on my ass or my mama gonna say nothing, but or
Mhm.
say something. But for me and the crowd I grew up around, we didn't have no daddies, and the mamas let us roam.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna sit and say I didn't have a mother, but my mother didn't raise me. She just took
hmm
care of me, if that
yeah,
makes sense.
I
You know what I'm
understand what you're
saying?
saying
I
Well,
completely.
raised myself, but like if I got in trouble, would she come? Absolutely. If had a place to stay, I had clothes, food, all that type of shit. But as far as giving me principles and teaching me how to be a man and responsibilities, I grew up in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s around pimps and gangsters. I'm from Chicago. So this is how I learned how to treat women, how pimps treat women, how gangsters treat women. I thought that was the shit because all the men I hung around were big time drug dealers. They all had money, so they women fell in line no matter what they did. So as a child growing up, I know you watch my podcast and I talk about all the time how I'm a provider. Well, this
yeah,
is where I get this from. It's like the older men that groom me, they pay for everything, and it's like, baby girl, I'm the king. You gonna listen to what I say, and I think
yeah.
that's a result of me being in so many failed relationships with that
I,
mind state. Like
I was
I'm paying for everything, so you gonna do what the hell I tell you to do because you living for free. That was the
yeah.
mind state. But now when you grow
I,
up and you try to have a solid relationship with those same principles, it don't work out because we're the new generation. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So,
Like I said, I think a lot of that also goes down to biology too, like wanting a woman to listen to you. But at the same time, I was gonna dive back to how you feel about like a woman giving a baby up for adoption instead of just trying to have it through like trauma. How you feel
um,
about her giving it to a family that actually want it? Because like I was saying earlier, you weren't here, but I did say that I feel like a large part of the culture possibly wasn't supposed to be here because of so much trauma. Kids born throughout trauma, and I'm not saying people can't go change their lifestyle because like you yourself, you are a testament and proof of that. But ultimately, at the same time, we got a large majority of kids who, the ones who do crash out ultimately, and let's say they don't change their life around, now they just influx into the culture, and now it's just perpetuating the situation. But I feel like how you feel about the adoption, like parents just giving their kids up for adoption instead of just trying to have them through trauma.
I'm all with it.
Still
Which
trauma.
I'm all for putting the child in the best position to win.
Yeah, yeah,
My son, I only got one son. He's my oldest.
okay,
His mom, um, after she had my son, me and her fell out on bad terms, and she wound up getting pregnant by somebody else, right?
yeah,
And she was trying to put the child on me for some reason. And like my grandma was in my life then, so she was like my guardian angel. She was like, man, she trying to put a baby on you because she just kept trying to have sex with me, just thirsty. And I'm like, what's wrong with her?
just
And my
thirsty.
grandma told me, she was like, that girl pregnant. And sure
Mm,
enough, she was pregnant, and she wasn't in the best circumstances. She too fatherless, motherless, and so she wound up giving the child up for adoption.
okay,
And I believe, me personally, knowing her circumstances at the time, because that's how I became a single father, because she wasn't in the best position. So I was a single father at 16 years old before I was even able to work. I
Dang.
took my son from her. You see? So with that being said, the father of the next child, she probably didn't know who the daddy was, or he probably
Yeah.
didn't want to be there. Whatever the
Yeah.
situation was, it wasn't going to be a good outcome for the child. So I definitely believe in putting the child in the best position to win.
Okay.
If that means not being with the parents.
Yeah. All right. So I'm all with that. I don't want to get too derailed because it's actually this woman is actually trying to claim that she victim also now. On what she did. So I'm gonna play her part on what she's
So
trying to
she
say.
is.
Yeah, she's trying to say she's not at fault for what she did.
What? She two piece
Yeah,
that lady.
she definitely did.
He's
But we
so
about to go ahead and play this right now.
Oh, man.
Comments that I walked up to her like I'm a clout chaser. I was trying to get on the mic. I was looking for a platform to speak on. That's not true at all. Any of that. I am genuinely friendly and genuinely spread love. So anytime I can give someone a compliment, regardless to what it was that I was going through in my personal life at that time, I can. So the initial approach was cool. It was going smooth. Then she invited me to be on her channel. So she goes, "Oh, hey there, do you want to do an interview?" Generally an interview with, a professional reporter. They ask questions, they collect data, you move on. So this is what I'm thinking. As I attempted to explain one answer to a question, she continued to rapid fire questions, causing my answers to become overlapped and left open for misinterpretation because I was not able to completely explain what it was that I was saying. And I truthfully was not in the right state of mind. So it was just not coming together the way that it should have. Savannah continuously interrupted my thoughts and she rage baited me by attempting to dictate what I was saying. There's even a point in the interview where I throw up the peace sign as a silent goodbye. And Savannah, like the temptress of trouble she is, so you're saying kill foster kids. When I said, yeah, why not? It wasn't saying killing living, breathing children. That was never the message. The point was, if a woman knows that she's pregnant, it's early enough that she can terminate, and she feels she's unfit, or she'll be abusive, or she just cannot provide, I do feel that it is best for her to have the choice to terminate as opposed to having a child and putting them into the foster care system. There are over 400,000 children currently in foster care. 40% of those children have reported maltreatment, physical abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse. Like these are the numbers and statistics behind what it was that I was saying. If you know you can't have a child, why not, make the choice that feels right in your heart as opposed to giving them up to the system, and you cannot guarantee their well-being at all. You don't know what kind of families these children are going into. A lot of them don't even end.
She could have just walked away. She didn't have to go punch on her though. Like just kept walking
Yeah.
away. Leave her alone.
I
Like
mean, I mean,
You
why
know
can't
that's
she just have that
impossible for a
conversation?
black woman to walk away, right?
right,
That's
right,
And she
exactly.
did
stereotyping.
approach her. She did approach her.
She could have said
And then
no.
she upstate too, so you already know they be heated for no reason.
I mean,
And
it
now
just
that I
shows the.
remember, she wasn't giving the lady the option to finish what she was trying to say. She kept cutting her off, and
Yeah.
she was trying. She can't. She was being smart.
So
If you
Rod,
really listen, she was
that
being
mean
That don't
punch
smart.
on her
mean
though.
two piece her
That mean
Ah,
ass.
punch on her
pizza,
though.
yeah.
No, and what
That don't
gets
It's
mean
true,
two
me,
but
piece her.
I feel like the nicest person in the world can be the meanest person in the world.
I mean,
You
true to
looking at
that,
Yeah.
one.
I mean,
but
yeah.
to
Oh
have to
damn, Mac
strike her
Mom.
down, you know what I mean? I
Exactly. Like
mean,
she said,
same in
Yeah.
the same video, you can see her walking, doing, shaking her ass like she's proud of it too. You
She
know
was
what I mean?
proud of it.
Like
She was
how
proud of
you
it.
Yeah,
proud of you
yeah.
striking
Now
somebody?
that,
She probably
yeah,
You
she
know
now.
what I
shut
mean?
her ass
hmm
up.
she
The
probably
the
felt
video
good
she
about it.
made the video she made, she could have had a one-on-one conversation, woman to woman, about how she feels about abortion.
Or
You know what I
they
mean?
could have discussed the topics before she hopped on the channel. Like,
But
this is
guess
what we
what?
about
That's
to
true.
talk
Yeah.
about. She
You
could have done
probably
that.
you never know what a girl like where she grew up from. Like she probably used to doing that. So that probably ain't her first time
Exactly.
two piecing somebody, you know. Especially
Well,
when you got people that can't
yeah,
really have a conversation or an intense conversation without them physically
exactly. Yeah,
putting
crashing
their
out.
hands on
Absolutely,
somebody, you know.
especially in Chicago,
Yeah.
you
And,
can't
Yeah,
talk
that
no
shit,
damn
yeah.
body.
and
That's
then
true.
be
What
the and
you
then
Damn.
be the same and then be the
True.
same
you
and
already
then
know.
and
Hey,
they be
you
the
could be
Hey,
same
dead
brother,
ass
yeah
right there, still try to
Hey
fight.
man,
you
I'm
That's
won
sorry,
trying
the
to F
son.
you up.
you won the
Yeah.
conversation. I ain't even tripping
Even
about it. Yeah, yeah,
but
definitely.
even back to her arguments though, man. Like, granted, she wasn't supposed to do that, but I still think at the same time when they get into like the abortion part, like, I just feel like it just kind of the morality part just kind of go out the window a little bit.
oh yeah, absolutely,
When
absolutely.
it like, I mean, I get what y'all was saying about the trying not to bring it into a world, and then okay, abortion. Even what she was saying that the foster care system might be messed up. You might have like people turn them into like sex slaves. I mean, that might be extreme
True.
situations, but ultimately though, when you just use birth like abortion as birth control, I just feel like, damn, bro, y'all, that's really murder though too. You think about it.
Yeah, it is though. But
Yep.
think about this: they as
You got
nine
to.
times out of 10 gonna grow up to be a murderer. So I mean, shit.
Yeah.
You just
You
That's
never
rather
know.
have
You're
a
right.
possibility.
murderer or get
You
rid of
never
it?
know.
And
That's
guess
what I'm
Yeah,
what?
but
saying. Like,
that's what
I I don't have enough fingers to count how many people I grew up that should have been abortions. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Damn.
You're
Like
right.
real
And guess
shit.
what? You're right. You're right. You're right. But like you say,
And
you
then
you
that could have
do
been
what
a touchy subject for her.
that's what
Sure
I'm
Yeah.
did.
yeah,
saying.
You
Yeah, that's
never
what I'm
Sure
know.
saying.
did.
I
yeah.
She knew she's approaching
I
somebody with that.
I, I think,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, ultimately, if it could work out like how it's supposed to, the best way to not have them is just not have them. Have more discernment on who you choose instead of like going through the whole process of like, oh, I'm pregnant, suck it out, it's gone.
But you
use
gotta
protection.
Getting
understand the
up
Yeah.
out
root
of here.
problem though. The root problem is when you come from the hood, everybody
Hmm.
like it raw. Why you think there's so
Yeah,
many damn diseases in the world?
Ooh.
Like
Mm-hmm.
honestly,
yeah,
like I mean, let's be 100 and real. Like
Everybody fucking everybody.
Now that's a high rate.
I
That's a
know
high
I
rate.
know men.
Everything.
I personally know men that go to the gas station to buy condoms, knowing they ain't gonna use them, just so they won't look nasty to the girl they going to have sex with.
And
yeah.
honey packs.
Yeah, so
Hey,
they bring condoms just to hold an image to say, oh yeah, I'm not nasty, but I'm still not gonna use this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So let me ask you,
You're
who
right.
that fall? Do that fall back more on the girl or the guy at that point?
I feel like that's both
I think
ways.
it's an equal
Both parties.
responsibility, but
Yeah.
ultimately the person who allows somebody in their space ultimately holds more responsibility.
So
You know
you're
what I'm
saying that the
saying? So
chicks at
like
fault?
I mean like it's a responsibility on both sides for the man to be responsible to wrap it up and the woman to be on some type of birth control or whatever.
yep.
But
Definitely.
if you do take it there and you slip, ultimately the woman usually gets the short end of the stick. So ultimately, I think that she should be more responsible because at the end of the day, a woman will
Yeah.
get stuck with the
Yeah,
product.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
see
I
what
do.
you're
Yeah,
saying.
I do feel like women
Hmm.
definitely got to be a little more responsible in that. Because, like I said, guys are gonna be freaks, be horn dogs for the most part. Guys gonna do what they got to do to probably try and get the buns. I'm not saying it's right, but that's what most guys are gonna do. But it's gonna be up to y'all to try and make sure y'all pick the right guy, and at the same time, make sure y'all doing it in a healthy setting, possibly marriage. You really want to be with this guy. He's a good guy, but if you just getting with the guy that make you feel good, you might get sent down a road of destruction.
Not might.
Possibility.
9 times out of 10, you are.
You
Shit.
are for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, because you
You're
feel
right,
good.
bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Feel it,
And you
baby.
know, when a woman really likes a man, he get away with a lot of shit, just like pretty women do. You
Yeah,
know, you'll
facts.
see red flags, you'll see all this, but you be like, this nigga handsome, or
Excellent.
hmm
this girl bad as hell. So damn her
I'm gonna let her
attitude,
slide.
she bad.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
You don't want to ask Mac Mall about the Usher situation? Oh no,
Nah,
not
I
the
don't play all that.
we
What's
don't
the
move from
Usher
it, but
situation? See, I got to get caught up, man. I work on the
you
weekend, so I don't
you
be on
gotta,
the internet
yeah,
during the
man.
week.
He just jumping in the chat. You know what I mean?
he
He just
was at
jumping in the panel.
he was at a concert rizzing up older women, and basically the woman when it first came out, she basically they said her husband was going to divorce her after the situation. But it turns out that she was single. But we just kind of wanted to dive into the fact if a woman was in a relationship, how would How would is it disrespectful?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's disrespectful because if you are female and you feel like you got enough balls to do that while you got a man, something wrong with that nigga. It ain't
That's
finna be no female I'm with
that's
gonna
what I
do
was
no shit
saying.
like that to me.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
was saying.
if she was at that concert, the girl I'm dealing with, she would hear my deep ass voice like, "Bitch, you got me fucked up. You better not do that shit."
Right.
And
That's
she
why I
gonna turn
said
around and be
Yeah,
like, "You know what?
Pat.
Nah, I
when
can't do
you
it."
when you
Pat,
ask
go
me
to the next
if
lady.
you ask me if I was gonna be in that situation, I couldn't even explain on it because I wouldn't be in that situation. I'm gonna be honest. It's just too far down the line to where don't play them games with me. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
we done
yeah,
been
you got
me
to
and my
know who
wife
you
done been
got.
together
You
too
definitely got to
long.
know who you got. You got to
Mhm.
Yeah,
know
It's
that
not happening
ultimately
like
Can't
that.
be no
says she
date.
don't
Can't
respect
be
him.
no
That's
first
all.
date.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. Like you said, if it's first date, cool. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? But if it's my wife of
Don't take it
15,
there.
20
That's
years,
what the hell you didn't
come
do.
on,
Yeah.
man.
It ain't got to
Come
be
on.
We
20
having a good
years. It could
time.
be 20 days.
Yeah.
You got me
Right.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
Right. Right.
I'm
20
just
Hey,
not
days.
that type of dude, man. I'm old school, so like I'm very alpha. So when I'm serious with a woman, I lay down ground rules in the dope. You
facts.
know what I'm
Right.
Respect.
saying?
They
Not
definitely
in
gonna
like a
respect
controlling,
anything a
possessive
nigga
way,
Hmm.
say.
but I have to let her know this is the type of man I am, and this is what I'm willing to deal with. So that
Nah, I
way
feel
you'll
you.
have your option. If you can't deal with what I come with, then you have your option to leave. But if you step through this door, then it leads off with respect. Number
Right.
one.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, don't
I
even play
respect
at me
that.
all tight ways. Yeah, we ain't even going for certain stuff, you
We
know?
about to
No,
roll into
hell
like
no.
the last two topics. This one is about this dude that was going viral for his morning routine. I just want to get y'all thoughts on this, man. A lot of people making fun of this, saying that this is hella cap. This is success porn, but we about to go ahead and play this real. Bro, that shit was so cap just looking at that.
No, I
All
think
So
all
cap
in
just looking at that.
all in the span of
I'll tell
30
you
minutes.
this, right? Dudes like him, why he doing all this shit, his girl will be laid up with me.
Ooh.
Damn, like that.
That dude, now I'm gonna say this because I ain't no hater. I respect the hustle. You know, he
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
son age,
Facts.
so I look at him like a kid. You know what I'm saying? I respect the hustle. You know, I respect everything he got going on, but where I come from, them like lanes, bro. Like that I'll put a girl on him and take all his shit.
Goofy. He
Dude.
on goofy time and he coming.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I think a
Did
lot of
anybody?
stuff like that got people messed up. I feel like that's like success porn. Like that ain't realistic. You ain't waking up,
Yeah, yeah.
putting your head in a bowl
Yeah.
of water. You can eliminate all that.
Every
Just
day.
take a cold
Man,
shower.
that's some
Hey, hey,
sassy shit, bro.
He
Women don't
he
find nothing wrong with that kind of shit.
No,
he
yeah,
did
what's
all
it's
that.
what's up?
definitely waiting for it to be
What's up with
over.
the
Something
banana
like
though?
that. Mm-mm.
Right, you putting bananas on your face
On
and
your
shit.
face?
That's
What's
the
up with
Mm-mm.
that?
gayest
What
shit I ever
the hell
seen
is
in my
that?
life.
That
Hey,
ain't
my man was
What?
necessary.
keeping
Listen.
eye contact while
Hey,
eating the
hey,
banana. The fuck?
how fast? How
Fam,
fast all
you
that was? Was that
first
like in
of
the span
all,
of
first
30
of all,
minutes?
you're
A
28
couple
years old. Ain't nothing wrong with your motherfucking skin. Fuck is you steady dipping your face for?
facts. Yeah,
You
that's
got
what.
the best skin in the world. You're 28 years old.
Hey, facts. You healthy as hell. You should be at least.
These
But like,
sassy, jazzy ass niggas, man, like this is why women have a problem with alpha men like myself because of soft ass
Mhm.
dudes like him.
yeah,
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 And
it
when they
just certain.
meet a real alpha man, they be like, I don't know, he scared me. He a little too aggressive. I'm not aggressive. I'm just a man. You
Yeah,
ain't used to
facts,
men.
They ain't used to it.
facts,
no, for
facts.
sure. I definitely think at that point, man. Yeah, women will take a regular guy, but they'll see shit like that, and they might get intrigued by it, but ultimately that shit gonna kind of turn them off after a while. You start
That
seeing
girl
all that extra sassy behavior. You don't really
every
like that
day.
shit, man. You want a regular dude that's gonna get up, be masculine. Eh, I don't like all that. I'm be
Yeah, that
honest.
ain't necessary. You got to record yourself getting in and out the pool.
Yeah, that's
Greasing
success
Sparkling
yourself up
porn.
and
water.
shit. Like, I don't do
Got
that.
the
That's
sparkling
success.
water.
And they said those bottles are like $50.
Hey, you wasting water, man. What the fuck you?
Bottle, yeah, water bottles
Hey, you doing too much,
And he
man.
just putting it,
That
and
on
he
his
just,
face.
see, I ain't even know that. So the
Yeah,
fact
and
I
that,
mean, I don't got a problem with him stunting. You know, I got
for
$50
sure.
bottles of water.
to
I'm
each his
I'm
own.
cool
Yeah.
with all that, but the sassy shit, bro, like all the greasing up and water glistening off your body and shit, man. Come on, bro.
right,
Like,
to a
bro,
The
certain
back.
It's
extent, you ain't
come
got
on.
to do that.
that's how a lot of content creators they make money, man. It's really success porn. You get obsessed with that type of lifestyle.
Yeah,
Damn,
facts.
boy, I'm gonna watch it. I wanna be in it. But realistically, when you really become an entrepreneur or whatever, boy, that shit is the complete opposite, boy. You was
Yeah,
not
I
I
living
get
a
do
it,
know a
man.
lifestyle
lot
But
of
like
people
this
that.
is
say they
this is
do it
where the
just
men
for
are
that
getting
reason
watered
too.
down at because men like him are going viral. You don't see real masculine men. You
Like
don't
Matt,
see
you
men getting up, putting his work boots on,
yeah,
putting
like
out,
Matt, you
going to do some hard work, coming home to the
yeah.
kids. You know, some real man shit.
In
Like, ain't no real
Chicago,
man got time to be jumping in and out of
Hell
water
no, man.
and
I'm
yeah,
fucking
goddamn.
like
lotion and greasing up and all this goof ass shit, dipping your face in water and shit. Don't no man got time for that shit. We don't
He
even
got
look at ourselves that pretty to be doing that kind of shit.
nah,
he got
facts,
time,
facts.
Mac Mall. He got
Big
time to do all that
difference.
shit.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
Mhm.
and
He
like
can do
and
I
like
Matt,
got
you
you
say.
time to
We
do
ain't
it too. I
we
only
ain't
work
doing
three
all that.
days a week, but I
Yeah,
ain't
we
finna
ain't
be
doing all
dipping
that.
my face and rubbing
Hell no.
bananas and shit all over my
Hell
body.
no. We
yeah,
ain't
like
doing
That
no. I
banana,
ain't never
man.
even thought about putting no banana on my face. I'm eating that motherfucker, throwing the peel away.
I
like
don't
being
eat nothing that's shaped like a Johnson. I
I'm
definitely ain't putting it on my face.
oh shit, not a
You
Like
gotta
I said,
glizzy.
you
pop it.
put it
Yeah,
on
You
one
ain't about to
you
eat a
side.
gotta
glizzy.
pop it.
Talking
You
about
ain't about to
not
eat a
a
Man,
glizzy.
no,
glizzy.
I can't do it, bro. To me,
I
and
got
I
a
get it.
banana right here.
I
Oh
get it.
shit.
Even if it's good for your skin or something, that's just too sassy to be rubbing
Yeah,
bananas
that's
and
Yeah.
too
shit
much.
on your face, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
I think ultimately, man, what's the premise of like, okay, you being successful out in Chicago, your routine don't look nothing like you said you could do that, but being an entrepreneur is realistically about really getting up and really getting to it. You're not gonna do all this extra shit like all the banana peel, all that stuff. You're gonna have a more minimized routine. But I think people get and really I think it's more in like women's eyes when they see stuff like that, it just looks really like happy and peaceful. Like, oh, I get to wake up, put my head in water, jump in the pool, get out. But ultimately it's not gonna be like that, being an actual entrepreneur.
Man,
Like you
real
really
shit
gotta
where
get
I
it.
come from, bro. Motherfucker don't need to take no bath until they ready to spend some money.
Yo,
Like when we making money, when we out hustling, motherfucker not thinking about no
Oh yeah,
showers, bro.
they
Motherfucker
getting
Yeah.
it in.
shower when they putting their Louis on at the end of the week. Once I did check my bankroll, then not saying that a nigga nasty and don't shower. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking in general. Like a nigga might go 2 days without showering when he focus on the bread. Where I'm from, I don't know
That's
where
good.
y'all from, but niggas will be
I'm
on
a
the block
wash.
with the same clothes on for 3 days.
Facts, facts. Yeah, that's regular, man. But like you
Nah,
say,
nigga,
like
I'm a wash, son.
hey man,
that.
y'all
I'm
don't be
talking about
showering.
like.
What's going on?
Oh, no, I'm just
I
talking
mean,
about. We just
females be
talking
taking
about.
them little whole baths.
We just
Yeah,
talking about
nah,
when
true. If
folks
you
be
get into
Mental
it.
out
baths,
grinding.
yeah.
When folks be
Yeah, if you
out grinding,
grinding.
like you say in the streets, hustling. Like you on that block or you at that spot for a day or two. You know what I'm saying? You ain't like you gonna be stank because you ain't really doing it. Ain't like you exercise or you getting money. Go to the
Yeah.
house, get yourself together, wash up. You know, certain people do that. You know what I'm saying?
Ashley,
Everybody
what
Yeah,
you
do
hey,
things
at
different.
least dip your face, you know.
Yeah, everybody
yeah.
do things
Fuck
different.
that, them
Man, when
balls,
you
that
from the street, nigga
coochie,
don't care about none of that
face.
shit. You can
Yeah.
laugh, but I just made
Oh shit.
$5,000 in 2 hours. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
keep
what I
on
facts.
mean.
laughing,
Yeah,
motherfucker. And
yeah.
when
You
I
talking
pop
about
out this
balls and all? Yeah, they
weekend,
can't really.
after I showered, I'm gonna have on a $10,000 outfit. Goddamn it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
Facts,
keep laughing, motherfucker.
facts.
Oh
Ashley,
shit.
Ashley, what you think about it?
Oh, actually
Oh, we
muted.
can't hear you. Are you muted? Oh, I think she having technical difficulties. I think she had that simp pizza. It's messing up her setup over there earlier.
Hell yeah.
No, I think she enjoyed that video. I think that's what's going on. I think that's what happened.
I
That's
think
funny.
it's a great sales pitch. He got the body
Yeah,
for it.
so
I'm pretty sure a
yeah,
Yeah.
lot
so
of ladies like him and shit like that. But like for me, like why I say like when he doing all that, his girl, because the girls where I grew up at, that his voice alone would get him cheated on.
like man, you
Yeah.
soft ass
Just
motherfucker, man.
that
Them girls
soft
on
ass
your ass.
voice,
Yeah,
Yeah.
not having no manly. You don't have no manly mannerisms. You
Let
that's
me
just
ask
good.
let
Yeah,
me ask the
he can make
ladies this.
you
Z,
sound just like
Z,
bro.
you can ask this question if you want to, Z. I don't know how you feel about it, but Ryan, what will be like your type of guy you'll be interested in? Like the type.
I like white men.
Um,
Oh Lord.
That's it.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
actually have a preference. I don't have a preference, to be honest with you. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no, I don't like nobody too nice.
yeah.
Mm,
I
Y'all
found
know that.
females
Y'all know that.
attractive more than men, to be honest with you. So
Yeah.
mm.
That, but men,
Okay.
Amazing.
yeah.
he
Can't do
come back
nobody
for
too nice.
amazing,
He
He
said
said amazing.
amazing.
sensational. Like Future say,
Yo,
sensational.
why you find is it just you don't like guys or
it's a lot. It's more than just. It's a lot. I don't.
you ain't gotta
I
get
know
in?
why I like females.
Yes, I love the ladies. I love the women.
Can y'all
Men.
hear me now?
I
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
You good.
okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Ray.
I feel like what the way I grew up. with no men. So when a man did come into my life, he came in the wrong way, and it from there. But with that being said, I never made that stop me. First of all, I'm not taking that out of proportion to anything. I'm not eliminating that option. But me personally, I have not found a what I consider a man to be. With especially with my generation, it's extremely hard because I am younger. It's extremely hard. Most of the boys, because that's what they are to me, the little man boys. Their priorities are so driven way farther than mine that
Would
it's
you
just I'm not even looking for nobody because their shit's so far away.
would you
I
date an older guy though that got his shit together? A little bit older than you?
I'm not gonna say I wouldn't, but it's something I'd be real hesitant to do. It would take
Why is
time,
that?
a lot of time. So they better have patience. I'm not gonna say no, but they better have patience.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? What was the scenario from the man that came in your life that gave you a bad example? What was the case? If
I'll
it's not too
just
personal.
say he was supposed to be my father figure. I would say that he was supposed to be my father figure. Matter of fact, I knew him longer than I knew my father. So I'ma say he waited till I got to a certain age to do something or to try and do something.
Like
It's
some
just
pervert shit?
yeah, some pervert shit. And it
Mm.
ain't it just it's not him alone either. So it's just yeah.
That be
That's
the
sad.
reasons, man. That be the reasons.
hmm
It's always
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
bullshit ass nigga that'll
yeah.
just fuck up a whole membrane or just a whole thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
but like
have
I
people.
said, that didn't make me eliminate because I know every man is not like that.
Yeah,
But
True.
it's
facts.
There
still
are
a
some that
scar that
are.
could be
This is
opened though.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Facts,
Mm-hmm.
facts.
Yeah, I think fuck niggas like that need to get their ass killed. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Damn.
That what Jay,
I
It's
don't
coming.
like
It's coming.
niggas
Don't worry
that do
about it.
that
Don't
kind
worry
of
about
shit,
it.
bro. Like
that what Jay
I don't
said.
fuck with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
facts.
don't
Yeah, and
That's
I
fuck
some
with it,
agree.
bro.
bullshit.
Like
Certain-
beating on women, hurting women, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
all that fuck shit, bro. I don't rock with that kind of shit, bro. Like for real, for
Mm-hmm.
some
real.
bullshit.
Cause it's too many women. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't
Exactly.
get what you want, pay
Yeah.
for it. It's
Yeah.
not hard. We in
Oh damn, he said pay
2025.
for it.
You don't have to take anything.
Cut
Right.
that check, boy. All these
Yeah.
websites, them girls goddamn, they want it. You know what I'm
List
saying? But yeah,
crawler.
like you said,
Yeah.
all
I
that,
think
man.
this man said list crawler. Oh shit.
Get deep, boy. Real
I
deep,
think
Yeah.
also
boy.
I think most guys are probably gonna pay for it regardless. But I will say, I mean, to each his own. I wouldn't suggest constantly doing that because it might make it difficult to find something that you want at home possibly. But I understand the dudes who do pay for it. I get it. But for the regular guy, that might send them down. I don't know. That might make them spiral out of control.
Yeah,
What you
regular guys
mean?
ain't really doing that shit.
Yeah, because they don't. Yeah, regular
They
guys might
do. No,
spiral
I'm
out of
not even saying
What
they
control.
you
not,
mean
but they
spiral
do.
them out
They
of
do.
control?
Like constantly paying for it because you never really gonna have a chick that's gonna give you more of that genuine appreciation
So you just having like
Shit, you
outside of
don't
just
really
paying
get
for
that
it.
shit nowhere. You would be lucky to find a woman that appreciate what you do for her, bro.
No,
Like
that
I've
is
been
true too.
single for 5 years and I've dated a lot. And
Yeah,
either you gonna pay for it right up front, or you gonna pay for it in valet parking, dinner dates, drinks, and all
yeah.
that other shit. Either way, you gonna pay for it.
you
Right.
know
It ain't no
they don't
way
look
out of
at
that
that.
shit.
They don't
That's
look
what.
at that as paying. They look at that as just, oh, you took me out on a date,
Well,
yada yada yada. No, they don't
I
look.
mean, you look at it
That's a
how that
layaway plan.
how that shit start matters too because think about it like this. All right, when you're in your 20s and you get with a girl, you ain't really got to do a whole bunch to really like make her like you if she really like you because she probably gonna be liking you for reasons that's you could say immature. Y'all got the same favorite color, you know what I'm saying? You might say her name a certain way that just I really like you. You know when you was young, the little things that make you really drawn to somebody. Now when you older and you dating, it's gonna be different because you possibly dating for different reasons added into it. But when you young, it's really not gonna matter as much. So I do believe that's probably gonna be the closest thing to like a more genuine puppy love or like a genuine raw connection. And I
I would
feel like
say
if you build on that, that might have more that might take that whole I gotta pay for play completely out of it. Now, eventually, you still gonna be paying because that's your woman at that point. Because once you bring in her life, I do believe you need to take care of her. But how it starts matters when
well,
you're
you
young.
actually pay more be trying to take her serious than you would just paying out the dough. Because if you taking her serious, see me, I wouldn't consider myself no trick and no shit like that. But I like to impress women. You know what I'm saying? If I like you, I'm gonna do nice shit. We're gonna go out on dates. We're gonna do certain shit. So by the time we have sex, I'll fuck around damn near be $1,000 in a hole already if I like you.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? So like that's because
Can't do that.
like for me, when women and men talk about how much you spend on the first date and shit like that, right? So for me, I don't consider it a date. I take myself out and I just got company. So I'm gonna take her somewhere that I like, and we gonna have a good time. I'm not in it to have sex with you because at the end of the day, you know, I don't want to seem like I'm bragging, but I got a lot of options. So if chances are I probably got somebody waiting to give me some after I leave the date with you anyway. So I ain't really thirsty to get none.
Nah, if it's a +1 situation, I get it 100%. But a dude just going out there just blowing his money trying to impress her and get it, no.
Well, I feel like if you're not financially stable, you shouldn't be dating no goddamn way. You should be getting on top of your shit.
I agree with that too.
Because a lot of men put a lot of pressure on women because they ain't got shit. It ain't her fault you broke. Get on top of your shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh shit.
You got a lot of dudes just
women
want
and
it.
be like, oh well, like I had a friend one time that had a woman that had good parents and they was well off and they was spoiling her, right? And he used to down her because she had good parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you don't see it the way I see it because you ain't grew up like I did and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not her fault that her parents did the right thing.
Yeah.
Nigga, you grown.
No,
you feel what I'm saying? And this is why
Mike,
I don't take a lot of excuses from men, bro, because I was
Mike.
a single parent at 16. I wasn't even old enough to work. And I figured it out. So if I can figure it out, and I figured it out when minimum wage was $5.15.
That's why I feel like it's gonna be two ways in this situation. You gonna get in early when y'all young and y'all gonna learn and grow and build together. And then you're gonna have the ones who older who possibly didn't have that opportunity, but you got to get on his program now. But the older chicks out there who possibly want to still get a serious relationship, you got to hop on a guy's program that already done established one. But a lot of them don't. But it's usually easier when y'all younger and y'all can grow and build together and y'all can learn each other, maneuver through life with each other, and establish something. But that's kind of far and few in between now because you got the lifestyle where everybody just want to kind of live their life and do their own thing.
Yeah, especially with older women, they so goddamn hard to tell something to do because they've been on their own so long and they feel like they wear the pants. So it's like you can't tell them nothing. Straight up.
Yeah, an older woman is gonna be a little bit harder sometimes than a younger chick.
But you know what? I can say this though: if she's older and she bad, chances are she's gonna be a little hard to deal with, or a lot hard to deal with. If she's older and not necessarily attractive, she might be overweight or ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna do
she
everything.
got a good career. Those type of women are a little bit more settled. They're a little bit more understanding, especially if they find a man that they feel like they lucky to get. Like if they got a man like, damn, I don't know how I got this nigga. They gonna do the most to keep your ass.
That is true. She gonna crash out. She gonna make you cereal from scratch.
Hell yeah. Hell, you make you butter from scratch.
She in the kitchen.
Yeah,
I'm cooking this meal
This
tonight.
new sauce, baby.
Yeah,
she's
trying to make sure you don't go nowhere.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't really. Yeah, I think a lot of people really they don't look at the position that they're in to really understand what they can possibly get. A guy too, if a guy ain't got his shit together, they not gonna have access to a lot of y'all females. You know,
oh, they usually get the big girls with low self-esteem.
That is true.
Take them down. Take them
Yeah,
down.
especially if you're a handsome nigga that might still stay with your mama or some shit.
Hold on,
she big. She just want her a handsome nigga around.
Yeah, like you said, she said all big. Which
all big girls don't have low self-esteem. It's crazy how black men. It's crazy how black men will jump to, oh, we gonna mess with this big girl because her self-esteem low. I know a bunch of beautiful plus size women that have standards that a skinny bitch will never have. Like, it's not that she's plus size. Like, everybody just have a different mentality as a black woman, and
you know what, baby?
It's slightly lower.
I'm with her. I'm with her on that notion because there are a lot of plus size women with high confidence, but the ratio
No,
It's
it's
not
no
that high.
ratio. It's
I
no
can find
ratio.
way
I think that's
more.
just where y'all come from, what area y'all in. Like that's just the woman y'all deal with. It's not all plus
No,
size
no,
women.
it's not. What I'm
Like
saying is this.
when y'all try to say when y'all bring up plus size women, it's always in a negative connotation. It's like, oh, she got low self esteem. She basically low hanging fruit. We could get her because she big. Like it's never like, oh, a skinny woman has low self esteem. I know plenty skinny bitches that have low self esteem. And I know plenty plus size women who would get a nigga just like that. And then she has requirements, she has standards. It's a bunch of women like that, black
Nah,
women.
you know what?
And
You know
Well,
what?
can I
Do
say
you want
this?
to know
I
what they
hate the
do? I'm
connotation
gonna
y'all
say
put
this
on
real.
plus size
I'm gonna
women.
Right.
say
Like,
Can I
this
say
real.
this though? Right.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's a lot of plus size women that got confidence, right? But there are way more that don't. Okay,
no, it's
way more.
not. Your
Yes, it
statistics,
is.
where you get your statistics from? Off of fucking
From
cereal box
dating
too?
women. Do
You
you
and
date
Jay,
women?
you and Jay get y'all
Do
statistics
you
from the
date
same
women?
place. Cause y'all
Do you
sound
date women?
crazy as hell.
Do you
I
date
know a
women?
lot of big
I
women
think
that
they
No.
got
get
high
both
self
sides.
esteem
I feel like
too.
No, I know plenty
I
of
do
plus
too.
size women. The
Yeah.
ratio is no ratio. Like even
It's
now,
definitely a ratio.
if you look
It
at the
is.
comparison of the size of women now compared to the size of women in the 90s, it literally evolves based on our time. Like the plus for one, the food is different. For two, women are thick as fuck. Even a skinny woman trying to get BBLs and shit to be more
Nah, hold
thick.
on. You but
Like
hold on.
it's
You talking about BBL women opposed to like
no, I'm saying
fat
like
women.
plus size women. Like there's plus size women who have this figure that skinny women even trying to get. Like
Nah, hold on now.
Man,
There is a big difference between a woman with curves that has a shape opposed to like fat women. And then when you say plus size, of course, plus size
when
is a
you
woman that
say
might be a
fat,
little
like if
heavier.
when you went no,
Fat,
I'm just
it's
I'm gonna go
definitely
back. I'm
levels
gonna go
to
back
it.
to what Mac Mall said. I got a little steamed up when he compared like basically plus size women is easy targets because of their self esteem.
They
I
are.
don't
They
agree with
are a little
that.
bit easier.
And
man, listen.
I probably went a little too deep based off of my emotion, but that's because I know a plethora of beautiful, confident, plus size black women. And I
Bruh,
just feel like that is from our own men.
bruh.
That's why
Hold
women
up.
feel the way we feel
Hold
They
on.
just
about
take
our own black men. Because
Hold
y'all get
on.
Man,
first
listen,
y'all
No, no, no,
man.
get
hold on, hold
too
on.
down,
Listen,
If that
bring
gut,
too
listen.
down bad us.
Man, let me say something, man.
if
Can I
that
please
gut,
say something?
go ahead, Mike.
Man, listen, man. I feel what you're saying, Mac Mall, because you got your homie, they got homeboys. They might be like, boy, I done met this chick. Boy, she give me whatever. She sweet as that. Guess what she pull up? Guess how she looking? A big girl.
right.
Yeah, oh, man.
Check
No,
this
it was a
Y'all
out.
be
big
the
girl.
first
And
ones
that
to
girl
y'all
holding
be
it.
mad
hold
when
And
on,
I
people
wait,
don't
die.
do
Mike, I
that.
got a
Like y'all
And
question.
not
hating
only
on these
that,
on these plus size women in silence, but y'all gonna degrade them in public. Like,
no,
and
it's
it be
not
black
Nah,
degrading,
nobody's
baby.
men.
doing that.
It be
Don't
black.
take it as disrespect. It's
You
just the
literally
truth.
just compared a plus size black woman to having low self esteem. Like you equated her to that.
man,
That's
there's
Okay, well,
white
check
girls
this out.
too,
Let me
man.
tell
That's
you this
White,
ridiculous.
there's
then.
all type
Maybe
races, but
maybe we
Yeah.
got a little
they're
maybe
all
we got a little
racist.
mixed up, right? I'm speaking from my shoes. I'm over six figures. I'm tall. I got muscles, and I'm handsome. Okay, so those big women that you talking about, they got this good self esteem. When they see me, that shit gonna go out the door.
Right.
who said that?
I'm trying to tell
No,
you,
you
baby.
think highly of that means
I'm
you
not an
think highly of
average man.
yourself. Because
I'm
who said you were handsome to every group of women, every size woman? You think you're handsome to yourself, but that's self
no, I
confidence.
don't.
I give you that. That's self confidence. And the people that you experienced in your lifetime may have thought you were handsome, but that's not to say every woman is going to think you're handsome in every
Hold
different
on.
size.
But
So
it,
you
but if
can't
you
you can't automatically say, oh, when a plus.
all right, but if you she might have went out. I'm gonna say this real quick.
I was
If
gonna
you
ask her, am I ugly to her?
oh snap, put on the spotlight. No, but if you got a guy who is
I'm
attracted
just
to like a
saying.
large majority of females, you still gotta take that guy's opinion in consideration. If a lot of females find that guy attractive opposed to possibly the average guy, you do have to look at that and say that, hey, this dude probably can get, or his opinion does matter when it comes down to how females feel and operate, because he's had so much experience with dealing with a lot of women opposed to the guy who probably don't. That does matter still,
The
opinion
only
wise.
girls that I might not be handsome to is the girls that think I ain't got enough money for them. Other than that,
I'm gay.
because
Man,
I'm
you
just
got
saying,
girls.
that's the only thing that trumps looks is the
Man,
bankroll.
you
Them
got girls that
girls.
don't even
Clout,
they won't even think about how you look. They gonna ask about money. They gonna ask what you
all
do.
Right,
that matters
Can you
too.
send me cash app? Can you do
Yeah.
like
right,
damn baby girl, you
right.
don't want to get to know me nothing?
But if you look
Nah,
at love,
I need what I need right
if
now.
you look at love the lockup, most of the chicks that's on that, they be big girls. I hate to say it. The girls
Right,
that's on
but
that be really big
that's what I
girls.
was trying to tell her. Like, I'm not saying that big girls, don't have confidence and nothing like that, because I know a lot of pretty big girls.
Yeah, thanks,
I
man.
know a
Shout out
lot
to the
of
big girl. We love the big ladies, man. Shout
right.
out to the
But what I'm
plus size
saying
women.
is, the caliber man that I am don't
Yeah.
typically date big girls. So if I choose to date a big girl or consider her, she's
Yeah.
gonna feel lucky. That's all I'm saying. I'm
That
not
is
saying
true.
that she got low self-esteem or something. I'm just saying that her dating pool don't house many men like myself. Now, if you want to talk about the average man, of course, she probably turned down a lot of average men, but she's
Right.
Yeah.
not turning down a lot of men in my caliber. She's
Right,
not
right,
doing it.
but
Yeah.
right, and look though, Mac, and you also not gonna be outside searching for big girls. You gonna get the big girls that's in better shape. Regardless of how confident the big girl is, we
Right,
don't give a fuck how confident you are, baby.
They go
right,
We
walking
don't
straight
care.
past her.
right.
I'm gonna find me the girl that's smarter, look better shape, all that. Like I can give a fuck
Absolutely.
about. I can give a fuck.
That's
Yeah.
everybody
She can
And
be
preference,
Lizzo. She can be
and you
Lizzo. I know how famous Lizzo is, but I don't want Lizzo.
and you
Yeah,
can't
I
really
don't want her
conflate.
neither, but I'll date
Right,
her just because she's famous.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Oh
And
right,
a
You
because
lot
want
of
because you got to
you
benefit.
want
You
that
feel
money,
me?
Mac ball. You
You
want
can
that
gain
check
from
out
that.
of the list.
Yeah, for sure. I knock the Mount Mario coins out of
Right,
her ass if she don't give
nigga
me
said Mount Mario coins.
right, right.
Man,
oh shit. Oh
I
yo,
don't
shit.
discriminate.
yeah,
Yeah.
nah, I
Thanks.
feel you. Yeah, that's
Hey,
funny as
man.
hell. Nah, but yeah, a lot of chicks once they start messing with a guy that like the chicks that's real big like that, that'll make them think that that's their new standard. But that's not really the case. Just because that dude giving you that sexual access don't mean that that's how he really like you.
And you
Right.
know what? I wanted to comment on that, what you just said, right? Because this is one thing that women do that I don't understand when it comes
Hmm.
to women's standards, right? So say if a woman goes out and she meets Usher, right? Usher give her the time of day, take her out, they become cool and they break up or whatever. From that point on, she think that she's only valuable enough to date
To
Usher.
ushers, yeah,
You
ushers,
see what I'm
yep.
saying? If a man,
Hmm.
I could sleep with J Lo tonight.
Right.
I don't think all I deserve is J Lo's.
Right.
Mm-mm.
You feel what I'm
I
saying?
yeah, a
Tomorrow,
lot.
men will feel like I just got lucky that night.
I was just about to say that I got lucky. Yep,
Right.
You feel
that's how
me?
it's gonna feel. That's how it's gonna
Right.
feel for real.
Yeah.
Cause
But I'm
it take
going back
work.
to what I know.
Right.
I agree 100% with that.
You got
Amazing.
anything to say, Ash? We missed you for a little minute.
Oh yeah, you was talking.
My fault. My audio and I'm having technical issues.
You
I
got
don't know what
anything to
was
say,
said.
We gonna
Her
get
Mac?
you
name is
right.
I don't know what
Ash.
was said a few minutes ago. My apologies. Can y'all
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, Ashley? Are you a big girl?
No, I'm not a big girl, but I'm a
So why are
curvy
you
girl.
so adamant about big girls
Yeah.
when we
Why
talk
you
about it?
care?
Because like I said, I know a lot of plus size women, and I didn't like the initial statement that you made, basically comparing them to low hanging fruit, like they're easy, and they're not. It's a lot of women that I know that aren't.
Well, I want you to do me a favor. I'm pretty sure you're on social media, right? I want you to post on your page and ask men, do they think big girls are easier to get, and tell me what the ratio is.
I really don't care. I really don't care what the ratio is because, like I said, the first people to condemn us, the first people to talk bad about us is our own men. So why would I sit there and do that and try and? I don't care what our black men say because y'all don't really support us. Y'all will talk about us before y'all support us. Black
Oh
women
my
will support
god.
other
Baby
black women
girl, do you
before
realize
y'all
most of the
do.
women that's in social media they benefited off a man? Do you realize that? So
Say
how
that
we
one
don't
more time.
support y'all?
Thanks.
Say that one more time.
I said most of the women, 98% of women that's in media or rich or got clout or got fame, got it from a man. So how we don't support y'all?
No, it's not. Majority of them got it from a man. Where did that statistic come
Name me
from?
one that didn't.
Where that statistic
Wait,
came from?
we getting off topic, y'all. Hold on.
What?
We talking about the big girls,
No, you're
not
right. Like, where
that.
that came from?
PJ,
No,
that man
because you
just
said
say,
no. I was just commenting off the statement. You said that we don't support women.
No,
Men support women
I
100%.
said our black men will be the first people to condemn us as black women. I did not say anything about people getting famous and black men being the reason
No,
they got famous as
no,
far as
you
being
said that
women.
I
men
could
don't
ask a
support
question real
women,
quick.
and
Yeah, go ahead, Robbie.
Go ahead,
I
Ryan.
simply said that most of the women who are on their feet, that's popular or anything else, got it off the backs of
But
men.
that's not the topic that we were discussing. We were
Right.
discussing plus
Let
size
him
women. But go
let
ahead, Rod.
let
I
Rod ask
just
the
wanted to
question.
know if you were specifically talking about as in when we are getting talked, as in when are big girls getting talked about? Or are you talking about in general with the men with the men and female situation?
Who you
Who is that
asking? Me or
question for?
You.
Matt?
It's
Me?
for me.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
answer me that one more
Ashley.
time.
I'm talking about Ashley. Did I say that right?
Oh,
Say that one more time. Ask me that one more time.
I'm asking, are you saying far as men talking about females, big girls in general, like overall, or are you
What?
saying
I'm
mm,
sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
like, or are you saying far as just when we're getting spoken about? Because you have men who, yes, they can do things for us, but then you have people who just speak about it in a way to make us feel different, if that makes sense,
So
or
I'm
make it something
referring
that it's
just
not.
to
Yeah.
I'm referring to just really what Mac Miles said. Like when I hear men, when I hear black men, when I hear our black men speak on plus size black women, majority of the time I'm hearing it in a negative connotation. It's never, oh, I love this plus
What
size woman immediately. Like even from going to school, plus size girls were teased. From
let me but
adulthood to adulthood, plus size women
Ashley,
are teased. But in
why
behind the scenes, they fucking the shit out these plus size black women. But in public,
and do.
oh, this and
why is it a black thing though?
exactly. That's
But
my point. That's
hold
my
on,
But
but
what
point.
why
I'm
is it
So
saying is
why is
this,
that a
Jay.
black
I'm
thing?
okay,
not.
Listen.
I'm not
you
degrading. I'm not
that
degrading big
is that's
girls
not
just
lifting them up.
because I
You're
spoke
not
my
lifting
truth.
them up. Why not put them
Yeah.
in a category that you put a curvy woman or a skinny woman in? Like, why do
It's
they
not
have
the
to be
same.
easy
Because
access?
what I'm
Like,
saying is this. What I'm saying is this. If I walk in a club, right, I can guarantee you that 100% I can get every big girl number in the club, every one of them. That's what I'm saying.
okay, do a vlog. Go in a club, do a vlog. Go in that because since you so confident and you feel that you're so handsome that you have this effect on plus size women compared to skinny women or thick women. I want you to do a vlog. You have a channel, right?
Yes.
What's the name of your channel so the people know? Let's run it. Go ahead.
Which one?
Either all of them. How many ever you got? Name them
Follow
all.
My
me.
Instagram is I am Mac Mall. My Facebook is Duce Davis. My YouTube channel is Not the Shop Podcast,
Put
and
Shout
them
my
in the
out.
put
TikTok
it
is
and
Not
put
the
it in the
Shop Podcast.
put it in the chat too so everybody know to follow you. But make
I
Yeah.
this
feel like
note.
I see
What
what
I'm
both of
saying is
Go
y'all
in
are
the
this. I
club,
saying.
don't.
do a vlog,
Fo-
go in the club, and then let's see how many plus size women you get compared to how many skinny women and thick women you get. And let's see the statistics on that because you're so confident and you speak on women like that based on upon how you look. I really want to see what your perspective is.
Ashley,
Well,
I
my
Ashley,
want to see
perspective
what
I
you
is
don't think
this,
think.
you
though, David.
Okay,
Let me
understand.
tell you
McMahon, can I
this.
I,
ask you a question?
I don't
I want to tell you this real fast. I don't have a problem with no women, skinny, fat, tall, small. Okay. What I'm saying is through my experience. Okay, women that are bigger. Not. I wouldn't. I can't say easy because I get them all easy. But what I'm saying is a bigger woman typically is easy to pull when you have my status. If you don't have my status, it might be a little different from you for you. But I'm saying coming from my standpoint, from my status, if I go anywhere and I choose any plus size woman that I want to talk to, if she's not married, she's mine.
and hey, most women have a type too, Ashley. I don't think you really realize that those big girls, they still want the same niggas that the skinny girls want. I
Exactly.
don't
No,
think you realize that. They
that's
still
not
want the
that's not
same.
what I'm
They
saying. That's
still
not
want
what I'm
this, but they competing with the skinny girls for the same
no,
guys. But let's say
that's
women naturally, I mean not women, but men naturally want a woman that's in shape. Then you have the outliers who are gonna be a little heavier, a little sloppier. They gonna be
Yeah.
able to
not
get
what I'm
swept up
saying. What
And
I'm
easy.
then
saying
on
is
top of that,
y'all
Jay,
what I'm saying is as black men, y'all be so quick
Why it's
to
a
condemn
black
a plus
thing?
size woman, but then you'll fuck her behind the scenes. Like
But
that's
why is
my
it a
every
black
thing.
race
Like
do
thing?
y'all
that.
y'all what?
Exactly.
We fucking
Every
for the
race do that,
benefits.
baby. That's just not us.
No, but publicly, y'all, you don't hear goddamn Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, white people talking about, oh, we gonna fuck on the skinny bitches and fuck the plus size women, like in secret. Like the first
Cause why
thing
you
you
laugh?
hear
Why you
black
laugh?
men
You
do is condemn a black woman. Like all the podcasts is black men comparing themselves to a black woman in situations with black women. Like there's never
Okay.
an uplifting of black women from our own community. We're
Okay,
always
let me say
fighting
this.
against our own men, and that's why so many black women will just choose to be by themselves, because it's always a comparison, it's always a competition, it's always
No,
us trying to prove ourselves to our own men.
No,
And
that's
that
not
is so
that's not true,
unrealistic
baby.
when
That's not true at all.
that's not
Because
true.
for
that
one, the
is
only
true,
reason
because
why you see
the
black
whole
men doing
time
it,
a lot of y'all have been
Hold on.
speaking, I have been listening, and it's been nothing but, oh, y'all putting this on women, y'all putting this on black women, y'all putting that on black women. When is the black man going to take responsibility for what y'all are responsible for? Just because you male don't make you a man. And that's point blank. Like, just because you male don't
You
make you a man. Just because you birth a child, just because you impregnate a woman, don't make you a father to that child. Like, y'all have to
you don't think women
understand,
play
like,
you
the
don't think women
things
play an
y'all
important
say, y'all plant seeds. Literally, y'all plant seeds in women. Y'all have to nurture women. Like, we have to nurture children. The things
but
y'all say to us matter. Y'all
if you
creating a
don't
space.
Are you
I
but if
saying
want
you
to
that they
ask
choose
you this
abuse
if
the
you
though,
power
choose
that
to
they
because you say
have?
black men are so far from reality, right? Let me ask you this:
No, I didn't say y'all were far
when you
from
go
reality.
back,
I've never said y'all were far from
okay,
reality. I
when
just
you
said the statements that y'all make about black women is always in a condescending way. It's never in an uplifting way. The conversation always starts out as us being the blame. Even when y'all said even when y'all were talking about the subject of abortion or impregnating women, y'all ended with the conversation with, women need to be more responsible because we are the ones who
who
have to get
choose.
pregnant and make that
But
decision of either we're
Yes.
going to get rid of it or we're going to keep it. But y'all don't take the responsibility of knowing you can impregnate this woman. Your sperm is the one that's
Yeah,
going to
but
plant the seed.
you chose the
Why
guy
is
though.
that more
can I
of
ask you a
Nah,
y'all
question,
nah,
responsibility
Ashley?
Oh,
nah,
than
that's
If
us?
I come in,
bullshit.
let
nah.
me ask her a
That's
question.
Yeah, that's
If
bullshit.
I
bullshit.
come in
I
your
agree. That's
house,
bull.
No, you
if I ring
bullshit.
your doorbell and I come to your house
Who
with dirty
bullshit? Is it
boots
me?
on,
Now I'm
hold
talking
on.
about Jay ass bullshit.
Nah, I'm bullshit.
Oh.
You
That's
bullshit.
true.
Yeah,
No,
let her
I
speak
Oh,
because
want.
so
she
you
Hold on,
said
hold on,
telling
it
me
hold
in
on,
a
you
Mac. Hold
while.
on,
decided
Mac.
to
Let
Go
have
Z
ahead.
talk.
sex with a female,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
You decided not to wrap your shit up.
Okay.
That's on you. When
What
we
you
had
think?
the intentions to have
I just
sex,
said that most
intentions.
guys want to get it. Most guys want to get it, and they're gonna do whatever they need to get it. It's up to y'all to choose the right guy.
Nah, I
Y'all
can
don't
choose
real,
the
but you
right
Exactly.
don't
guy. The
realize
same
that you
thing can
get your
happen
you
though.
Again,
don't realize
y'all
that you
are
get
putting
your
it on the
value up
woman. Why
front.
is
Yeah,
the
y'all putting
woman
it on the
always the
woman
end
though.
result? Why are we always the ones that are being held responsible
Because
for the
you get your
decisions that are
value up
made?
front. You don't get it. You get your value up front.
No,
You will
y'all never
never
take
you
the
will never
lead. That's why I said,
understand.
just
You
because you're a
won't
male
understand.
don't make
Nope,
you a
nope,
man. Y'all
nope,
don't know
nope,
how to
nope,
take the
nope.
lead. Because
You will
for one,
never,
black men have not really had a
Ashley.
positive role male model in the
Ashley.
community.
Okay, okay, beyond all that, but you will never understand the actual value that you come with prepackaged opposed with
You
male.
keep saying
Hold
we
on,
don't
hold on.
understand.
But think about it. For you to even let that guy bust you down, you don't think he had to do something or he meant
What?
something in your eye?
What
Think
he
about
had to nut in me for?
you're not letting any guy get inside of you though. So ultimately, if that guy gets inside of you, you chose him for a reason. You're not getting that part. You chose the guy
That
for a
don't
reason. I mean,
mean
he meant something
That's
to
impregnating.
you.
not
Put
that's
it
not
like
I'm
this.
I'm
Jay,
not
that's
saying
not
for him.
true.
If
That's
I
Oh
not
my
ring your
God,
true.
you
doorbell,
choose.
if I ring your doorbell and I got on dirty boots and you open the door and let me walk through your house and muddy up your damn carpet, who fault is that for not telling me to take my shoes off at the door?
No,
That's
that's
a
your
whole
fault for
different
not being
situation.
respectful enough of that woman's
Yes.
home to take your muddy
Yes.
boots off. That
I
shows
think
your
that's the
home
most
Exactly.
training.
part.
That's not
That's
her
it.
That's
responsibility
yeah.
as a
Why
man.
would I
You should have
respect
enough
your house
respect
if
for
you
that
don't?
woman to
Yeah,
take
all
your
he's
boots
yeah,
saying,
off
it is
in
your
her
house.
house.
It is your
all
house.
he's saying is,
That's
why
being
would you let me
that's
go and you raw
like
anyway?
No,
I see
no,
what you're
no.
saying because
That's
if you
not
let
saying
someone
that.
walk over you, they
He's
will.
asking
I'm a,
he's asking why would a woman allow that? But as a man, as a provider, y'all like to be called men so bad. Y'all like to be called leaders so bad. Why don't you lead by example? Take your
All
shit
men,
off
not
at her
men.
front
I'll
door
I'll
because you
tell
know
you
you
this,
didn't pay
baby.
for that. You didn't pay for her home. You're not gonna clean that shit up, are you? You're not gonna walk through her shit and say, "Oh, my fault. Let me clean this shit up." No, you're gonna walk through it because she didn't say anything to you.
I don't think you realize
You
still
know
that
what,
men want
baby?
to have sex.
If men had the responsibility of having babies instead of women, it'd be 2 motherfuckers on this earth.
Right. No
We wouldn't
bullshit.
make them same dumbass decisions that y'all make.
No bullshit.
But
We
like I
wouldn't.
said,
Man,
We
like back
wouldn't.
to point,
That's
dudes do
like
true.
not fuck a
back to
female
my
just to
main
do
point.
it.
It's always the black woman's fault. It's always our
Baby, who
fault.
do
It's
It's
you
white
hear
never
women too.
bashing
y'all's. It's
more?
never
Women
y'all's.
bash men
This
way
this
more on
this
social media than we
conversation
do.
be so exasperating
It
because
be
y'all
everybody
I
never
ain't gonna
bashing
live with
support
it.
everybody.
black
Hold on.
women. It's so
Rod,
I
easy
let
just
for
want
let
to
y'all
me
to
say,
hold on.
just
Let
push
I
go
just want
ahead,
to
stuff
Mel.
say,
away.
Hold on. Let Mel
well,
say something, and then Rod
I
gonna
just
say
want to
something.
say, it's not about color. We're talking about just women in general. We started off the topic about women that are bigger, not because she's black, white, Mexican. You know what I'm saying? So this has nothing to do about where your
I'm saying
culture or
Hold
that
on.
black.
Hold
because
on.
it's coming
Let
from a
him get it
black
out.
man.
Go
He
ahead, go
asked
ahead.
me, was I plus size? I'm a black woman. So we're directing this
But
to a
we ain't.
conversation
But he wasn't just
about black
being.
people. I'm directing it to a conversation about black women because I'm tired of hearing that same narrative when it comes to plus size women. That is a narrative in our community. Like, that's not something to shy away from. Just like racism is a conversation, that is a conversation also to have. And we're on that subject. So that's why I directed
Man,
it to that.
it's always gonna be a disconnect if the chick really not trying to follow a good guy that's trying to give her good direction and trying to keep herself in shape. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Now granted, yeah, if you meet the woman, if you like the big woman, most likely he probably gonna stay with that. But ultimately, if the guy is still trying to make you better, trying to help improve you, and you see that as like, oh, that's a good thing. He trying to help you.
Can I ask one question? Why do y'all think it's okay to fuck a plus size woman in secret, but condemn her in public?
Because I got standards.
Thank you.
But your standard, okay. Mac Mall said what he was gonna say. What you think, Mall?
I mean, I won't be messing with no plus size woman in the first place. You hear me?
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
North
Mike,
Philly
what you
bull.
got to say?
To be honest, I don't think like it's people hit chicks that's not plus size and don't talk about it. You know what I'm
No,
saying? It's not
I'm
just plus size.
asking, is it okay to screw a plus size woman in private, then condemn her in public?
Condemn her,
No.
like
Is
talk
that
bad
okay
about
or
her and
is that
stuff. Is what
not
you saying?
okay?
You saying like condemn her, like talk bad about her,
Talk
like
bad, fuck
downplay
her
her?
in private, and then talk bad about plus size women in general in public when you know you busting down a plus size woman in secret.
Nah.
Most,
If
most
that
guys
pussy good,
don't
that
do
pussy
that though.
good.
That's
Would
So,
you
definitely a
Mike,
good
what
consider
you
question. But
think?
talking
What
bad
you think,
about her?
Mike? What's your perspective on that? What's your answer to that?
I mean, I don't think it, like you said. I don't think you should like. I don't. That's wild. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That question got me kind of. It's mixed emotions because it's
You
like,
fucking a big girl in private. Don't worry about it. Paris,
no,
what you
no,
think?
no, no, man. I'm
What you
married,
think,
man. I
Paris?
ain't doing nothing, man. All I'm telling you,
That's
just listen.
like
Think
them
about
gay
it.
men that be fucking gay
Think,
men and
think,
be
think.
like, I ain't gay be nasty, da 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 da. Da. I feel
Man,
like
think
that
That's
about
problem
it,
not
a
the
day.
same. That's not
man.
the
Just
same
think
thing.
about
Ultimately,
this,
a
I feel
man.
like
woman
the
is going.
problem a day.
A woman can only let
Hold
you
on, Mac
do what
Mall.
you
Hold
gonna
on,
do.
Mac Mall. Let's get
Men
Paris.
men
Paris,
are
what you think?
attracted to different things though. Man, I
Hold
can
on,
see.
Jay.
Man,
Man,
Let's
hold on.
get
most
Paris
big girls
Man,
perspective.
got good head.
I can see.
Let's get Paris perspective,
I could.
y'all. Let's get Paris perspective. Let them talk. Let's go.
They be
I ain't gonna
hungry.
lie. Big girls are probably
Babe,
my least option.
can you
That's
put some
she's
ice in this?
she's
And
playing
guess what?
C.
And Paris, you're Dominican, right?
No, I'm Puerto Rican.
You
What do
Puerto
you
Rican. I'm
say?
sorry.
What you
Hold
I'm
on.
say?
sorry.
Let him.
Paris, what do you say?
I usually
What you say?
have the big girls on plan C. You know, if things don't work out with plan A and plan B. You know,
Damn.
I'm gonna
Damn.
keep it above. That's cold. I know that sounds cold. I know that sounds cold. I
Damn.
mean, I'm not
And this,
saying.
and,
I'm
At
just
least he's
saying.
honest. At least you
I'm just
honest.
saying. Yeah, I'm
So
honest.
wait,
I'm
so
honest.
wait, so
I'm a
and
real.
this a Puerto
you
Rican
one of the
brother.
niggas
It's
that's
not
gonna
no
fuck
big.
them in private and then talk about him in public. Got it.
No, that don't mean
Man, ain't
that.
Rod,
Hold
nobody
on. I'm gonna
doing
say this.
that,
Hold on. Hold
man.
on.
You keep
Rodney,
Hold on. Before we switch
Ryan T,
topics. Okay, go ahead, Rozzy.
why you keep saying
Ryan
talk
T,
about him?
what are y'all thoughts? Because as females, I want to know what is your thought, Rap?
Thought on what?
How do you feel about men screwing plus size women in private and then condemning them in public? As a female, all I'm doing is getting a female's perspective.
I feel like
I feel like that's fucked up.
it is fucked up. It's definitely
Man,
fucked up. That means you done got to a point to where, oh, you're not, I'm not gonna say desperate, but in a way desperate. Cause one, it's not a female that you would typically go for. And then two, at the end of the day, you know that
all right, guess
that
what?
means you're not giving your all into this female, because at the end of the day, you know that this female is not typically someone you would go for.
When a
Meaning you
lot of
probably
y'all
won't show her off as much as you
Y'all
would
don't
with someone you
understand that
Hold
men
want.
on,
are
Jay. Hold
opportunists.
on, Jay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was it.
Okay, Z, what's your thought?
It depends on the situation because what if we
Yeah.
both got the understanding? I'm fucking the fat bitch, right? But she was like, "Don't tell nobody."
No,
what?
what do you feel like is okay? Do you feel like it's
I'm just
okay to
playing.
do that in
I'm playing.
private and then talk about her in public? Do you feel that's okay or not?
Y'all
Nah,
talk
that's not
about niggas all
okay
the
because we
time.
fucking.
Well,
Go
here's the
ahead.
thing.
See what you
Y'all
say?
talk,
Nah,
y'all talk about niggas
nah.
all the
Hold
time.
on, Ma.
Yes, y'all
Hold on,
do.
Ma. Hold on, Ma. Let Z talk. What you say, Z?
I feel like nah, that ain't okay because we fucking, and I'm gonna come back to the pussy later. So I mean, like, why would I talk shit about you? I mean,
Yeah, man.
See, you know, I find this very crazy, right? Because she talk about that men degrade women so much, right? Let me just break this down to you. The only thing men ultimately complain about when it comes to women is attitudes, right?
That's it.
Let's break down what y'all say about us. We too short. We ain't got enough money. We
Right,
ain't
there
dark
you go.
skinned. We ain't tall. We
right.
live with our mama. We ain't got no
Mm-hmm.
car. Our
All that.
shoestrings dirty. Our goddamn pants too tight. Y'all
Right,
say
He
all kinds
weird.
of shit about us. I don't
right,
get this.
right.
Yes, we is. I do
Yep.
agree. We
I
are
Facts.
don't
more
get.
picky than
Preach
You
it.
y'all
never
are.
saw a
Preach it.
man turn a woman down because she
Nope.
was too short.
Right.
Yeah, I do agree
Most
with that.
majority of women
I do
accept
agree with that part.
a majority of men accept majority of women, but women do not accept majority men. I think y'all kind of forgetting that because I think y'all only talking about the guys that y'all really rock with and not the majority of guys who y'all don't even pay no attention to.
I
You
agree
know,
with that.
Man,
and
I
rock
y'all
pay
get
out.
kind
attention.
They
of
don't. They don't
I
ever
stuck
pay
on
agree.
that.
attention to them all. When I say I
What?
pay
Hold on.
attention to them
What
all,
you say, Jay?
Y'all don't pay attention to majority of guys opposed to us paying attention to majority of y'all. Man, you could be out and just try and be friendly to a chick and she automatically get rude with you. And you talking about she
Right.
Yeah.
something that's nowhere near attractive what you trying to holler at, but you could just be
You know,
friendly and she being rude with you and you like, what?
you
There
notice
you
a
Yeah.
go.
trend.
And it
You know, Jay,
happens.
Jay, you notice a trend in what you say. You say for one, we don't understand a lot as a black woman. You say for two, we don't pay attention to a lot. A lot of statements that you make, it always starts out, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't pay
It's,
attention. Like where do you find that
you know what's funny?
happening
This
at?
ain't even a
Why do
black
you always
issue
feel
though.
like we're
It's
incapable
not.
of understanding a situation or we're not paying attention or we're not aware enough to understand what's going on around us? That's
It's
literally the statement that you always start out with.
Can
So
I
I want to know
ask you a
why do you
question,
feel
baby?
like we're so unaware and incapable of understanding the situations we're in or the situations we're going into
because
or what's
privilege
happening around us?
because privilege is invisible to those that have it, and you will never understand. Each and
No,
every one of
see
And
y'all.
exactly.
that's why I
Each
You
and
wanted to
every one of
ask her.
y'all up here will
I
never
mean,
understand, and I'm gonna switch topics because we're gonna keep talking and a fucking rat wheel. But yeah, y'all ultimately will never
You're
understand
gonna
the
be
situation.
5 hours in, boy, talking
Y'all will
about
never
this, boy.
understand it because y'all got privilege that y'all don't even realize y'all got. And ultimately, y'all could change a lot of the situation that y'all in if y'all actually tap into that privilege. But instead, y'all keep it in a little box and just pretend to be guys just like everybody else. You feel me?
so
Y'all put yourself like
all women
everybody
or
else.
all black women? When you say women,
All
is it
women.
women in general
You got you got a certain group out there who
or
kind
is
of
it black
understand and
women?
know how to move. It might be a larger portion of black women possibly, but ultimately it's gonna be women in general in the society we live
My
in.
point.
See,
My
you
point.
gotta think the
Black men
society
are
we in
always
right
so
now is
quick to
different.
condemn a black woman.
Society different now. You got to
Can
move
Man.
can I
different.
ask her a
Society
question
different.
though? How is telling
excuse me.
your reality bashing somebody else?
No, no.
If I go outside and bigger women are easier for me to get than any other women, how am I bashing her? That's my reality.
That's
How am
Right,
true.
I bashing?
I'm not
right.
That
okay.
was
Listen, I'm not taking away from your
Oh,
experience. I basically made a comment saying I'm tired of hearing black men talk about black women in a condescending way. Now,
Damn,
your
Mike.
Damn, Mike.
situation, I just wanted to visually see what you're experiencing by saying, make a vlog, let us see what go on with you because you're telling us about
I
your
can show you my
experience.
inbox.
I just want to see the experience to understand your experience. I never said you were not experiencing that. I never condemned
Ashley,
that. I just
Ashley,
said
eat the
I didn't
cherry.
like your
Hell
statement.
yeah, give her a
But
cherry,
forget
man.
your cherry.
Ashley, eat the
Forget your
cherry.
cherry. Mac
Eat the
Mom,
cherry,
I never
Ashley.
said I did not believe you. I just said I wanted to see what you're experiencing so I can understand. But initially, I said I don't agree with the saying of, or the statements that black women are easier to get, or what was implied by your
Okay.
statement.
I gotta do a push time pause. I gotta switch topics. And it's the last one. I want to be real quick because we gotta end this. It's getting kind of long and it's getting late. So I'm gonna go ahead. What?
I love
Nah,
all
boy,
my
you got to
beautiful
hold it
black
to the next show.
queens. I love all my beautiful black queens, all shapes and sizes, baby.
Me
Be great.
too. I
Be
don't.
Yeah,
great,
just
whatever
end it
they
with
do.
that. Just end
Yeah,
it
we
with
Be
love
that.
great
all
at it.
women.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna let her put it out there that I hate women because I love
Yeah,
all
nah,
I
nah,
never
shades,
said
nah.
you
all
hated
So,
colors,
women,
all
Mac Mom. I
sizes.
never
like,
said you hated women. I
I'm about
never
to play
said
this
that.
clip. I'm about to
Y'all
play this
niggas.
clip.
LeBron James just became a Ken doll, making history as the first male pro athlete featured in Barbie's new Kenbassador line. The doll launches April 23rd for $75.
Oh, he dope. This is so dang old cool. I mean, he might need to do a little lifting. Legs look a little skinny, a little frail, little fella. Nah, that's dope.
So people was kind of roasting him, saying that it was kind of sassy, kind of GAY that he got a Barbie doll opposed to like a more of just an action figure or whatnot. And how y'all feel about the fact of him having more of a Barbie doll if you think about it?
I
Man, that's
mean, as a
No, it's
LeBron,
sassy
man.
businessman,
as
I would
It's a
hell.
say it's
fucking
an
Barbie
excellent
doll.
marketing plan, and
Hell
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
no.
LeBron, man. Whatever
And
he's
people
gonna
gonna
get
buy it,
into like that.
I
It's
bet you people buying
LeBron.
that shit though.
the
I'm
Barbie
gonna buy
doll.
one, and I'm gonna put it up for 30 years
Yeah, and
Damn,
then
sell
guess
the
what?
Jay,
Them girls be
motherfucker
like,
when I
oh
get
my
That
80.
sassy ass dog.
Yeah.
it's sassy ass dog.
Ain't no
It-
such thing as sassy when it come to business.
I will
yeah,
say this: I
facts.
don't think
Business to
guys
business,
don't
man.
really play with dolls. So I mean, it would have to be an investment decision at that point because
Yeah,
guys
Definitely.
don't
yeah,
really
yeah. You
play with
just sitting
dolls
up there.
though. Ain't
Just like
really a
with all the
doll
action figures
situation.
they
I
have.
wish
Yeah.
they'd make a doll of my ass. I had that motherfucker at Walmart,
The
Target.
Mac,
All.
the Mac Mall
Ashley gonna
Chicago
buy it.
version.
Ashley definitely gonna have that thing put. Ashley, if
I
that
mean,
man
What?
get
shit.
if he get a
What?
Ken doll, Ashley, are you gonna buy it or not?
No, I fuck with LeBron. No, real shit. I
No,
fuck
man,
with
I'm talking
LeBron.
about Mac Mall, man.
Huh?
I'm
Hold
talking
on,
about if
let
Mac
her
Mall
actually.
get him. If
If
Mac
Mac
Mall
Mom
get
what?
him a doll, is you gonna get it? Is you gonna buy it or you
Man,
gonna let
I'm
him send
knocking
it
that
to you?
motherfucker off the shelf, bro. All the shit
Damn.
Yeah,
is sitting on the
that
shelf now.
that.
Hey, I knock all this shit over if it
Hey, but you know what? I'd be okay with that because for you to knock it over, that means you had to buy the motherfucker. So I'm
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
No,
with
she
that.
not
put.
for me to knock it
Oh
over, baby. I can
shit.
go into a store for free and knock all that shit off the shelf.
So
Anybody
what
got
that?
to
But
say
Like I
no,
said,
for
anything
real,
on
for
that?
real, I do fuck with LeBron. He does a lot for the community. The foundation that he has, James Family Foundation. He got a school called I Promise School that helps minorities who struggle with graduating. He has a I Promise housing community that helps families keep like homes for a long extended period of time so they can always make sure they have a place to stay. Like I fuck with him in general. Like he definitely is a family man and he's
yeah.
not afraid of showing that shit. And he don't embarrass his wife. He don't
How you know?
embarrass his kids. And
How you know he a family
it's
man?
good to have positive black male role models in our community. So if that nigga want to make a
Mm-hmm.
doll or if he want to make a motherfucking cup plate,
Mm-hmm.
a motherfucking, it don't matter, a table, like
Mm-hmm.
he's doing that shit and he's doing it with a purpose. And it's just, but sometimes rich people get bored. To me, rich people get bored. Like I wouldn't even
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
be surprised if that nigga called to me, hey, I just bought the Chattahoochee River. Like, what y'all want to come with me to buy some damn alligators to put in that bitch? Like, it's rich
yeah.
people just get bored
Man,
and just be doing
if
shit.
y'all think LeBron ain't getting no outside ass, y'all tripping.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
You
I
But
know what
agree
the
with
guess what
that.
fuck
I
going
said?
on, man?
That's that
He's
family
not doing
man.
it openly and
Yeah.
embarrassing his wife. He's doing that shit
Mm-hmm.
secretive. That's if he's doing it. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying he ain't embarrassed
Nobody know
Savannah.
about it if he
He
is.
That shit ain't went
Mm-hmm.
public. He
How
ain't
many
embarrassed his family.
how
Now
many
he
times
must be doing
LeBron
something
got?
right if
How
that shit
many
ain't
times?
got out.
How many times he got? How many times he got to cheat?
How many people gonna be
Yeah,
there?
yeah. No, how
As
many
long as
times
you
he
I
don't
don't
got
know
to
about
know.
it.
cheat?
I don't
Yeah, long
know.
as
I don't
yeah.
know. I told her pour me whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. Pour me
Unless you know,
whatever.
hey, if you high up enough, then I guess you can get away with it.
You already know, man. You
Nah,
know how that
I
go.
don't know. I think LeBron, he's a really good
Man,
male
stop it.
role model,
And that
black
man said it
male
ain't no
role
party
model.
like a
That
Diddy
dog
party.
says you.
Huh?
I ain't got no issues with LeBron. I ain't
Hold
about
on,
to
y'all
try and throw
saying
no dirt
LeBron have
on
been
him.
to them Diddy parties going crazy?
Hey, he said it. I
Man,
ain't
they
say it.
all been there.
But guess what? A
I ain't
lot of
I
say
people
wish
it.
said they
I'd been
went to the
there.
Diddy parties, but they left. They left before the other party started.
I ain't mad at it. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, man. Y'all go ahead and
Maybe.
give y'all last thoughts and give y'all shout out yourselves.
Man,
All
follow
right,
me on
y'all.
YouTube, man. Mike Low 100. Get me lit.
There we
But
go.
I definitely like talking with you guys, man. Good conversation, man.
Same here.
Who
Y'all
next?
can
It was
add
Mouth
me
from
on
nice
North.
all
meeting all
platforms.
y'all. It was nice meeting all y'all.
Nice
All
to
right,
have you
Rye.
on here, Ryan,
Hey,
man.
Rye. Appreciate you coming.
For sure.
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
it was nice meeting y'all as well. I'm not on YouTube, but my Instagram is Maul from North, so y'all can hit me up on there though.
Yes, sir.
North
Mouth
Philly
from
Bull.
North. North
Yeah. North
Philly.
Philly Bull.
Z.
Yeah.
Z.
Definitely.
Z.
Mhm.
Trying to drink some water. Y'all can add me on all platforms and call me Z.
There we
For
go.
sure.
And then we got my boy Mac Mall also.
Man, Mac Maul doing that regiment real quick. Y'all hold on, man. He doing that. He doing
Mac
that
Mall
regiment.
froze.
Oh, he froze. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
You
might
got to
have
put the
froze. But
ice on his face,
I
man.
got his channel. It's not the Shot Podcast. He has a podcast with a panel of people. Y'all make sure y'all follow his channel. Definitely rock with a man. That dude definitely be spitting facts. I'm not even gonna lie out there in Shot Town. You can follow me at JayBReacts. Of course, this is the channel. I got a vlog channel, Jay About the Business. Like I said, ain't no content on there yet, but it will be. And
For sure.
last but not least, we got the host. Let her be great.
What's up? What's up? Y'all
Let
can
her
follow
be
me
great.
underscore Let Her Be Great, the co-host of this podcast. My closing statement is just because you a male, it don't make you a man. Y'all hold on to that little thought.
How you do it? There you go.
And these
And
females
it
need
was
to
a
learn.
pleasure
These
talking to
females need
all
to.
y'all. I appreciate
These
all y'all for
females need to
coming
act
Let me
right.
blow
through.
that salt out of here.
These females need to act right. All right, I'm with y'all. Y'all
Oh,
peace
sorry.
out. Appreciate
All
for
right.
All
y'all,
right.
y'all coming here.
W's
Peace.
in the chat, man.
All right, y'all like the
W's in
video.
the chat.
W's in the chat.